Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Put it on
at
there.
that point.
Okay, so you're a half elf,
Mm-hmm.
swamp ranger.
Swamp Ranger. I mean, it's not an actual class, so it's a precision ranger, but she's from the swamp.
All right, and what is her size?
She
She's a medium
is,
creature. But she's half elf.
yes,
She's medium, right?
yeah.
Okay.
But she's now the tallest in the group.
Did you get the tokens that I put into Roll20 at least?
No, I haven't done anything.
Well,
Did you put them in Roll20?
no, I was at.
Okay.
They were on. They've been on Discord for a week.
Okay, listen. I have not. Where are they at on Discord?
In the tokens.
I got to add all that stuff in there. So, not,
Yeah, in the
hey, for anyone
tokens,
who's watching, we're just getting stuff ready for the game because Jim didn't do it beforehand.
That's all right. I just got here.
In the tokens under the PF2E, there's a tokens art channel.
PF2E tokens art. I see. Aw shucks. Okay. Yep, I see. So let me get that one out of here. I'll move that in, and then that one out of there. Okay. All right, piece of cake. You guys can watch what it takes me to do this. I'm probably gonna screw it up, but whatever. Let me get over here to this. Right now, I'm going to move it onto the map. I think I had you guys on the map of the town, right? Or did I not?
No, the last one we had was we were in that room that we finished killing
TPK.
everybody.
Yeah,
right
now we're in Roll20. We're still in the last fight.
Right. I just wondered if I usually put you in a different one also, but you're not in there. You're just in that one. So I'm just going to put them outside of the building, and then I'll just move them to, I'm just going to put them on the GM layer out there so that I can, so let me go to the GM layer and let me go to minimizing you guys. I don't want to see your faces anymore. Let me see here. Here is one token. God, it's going to be gigantic. I know it is. No, it isn't. Not too bad. Now I got to make it smaller because, of course, I do. So that's one thing that happens when you put the tokens in there. It doesn't say it's their size. Then you got to find the corner of the token, and you can't see it on top of the map because why would you? Good Lord, what did you do with this token?
Which one?
The gator.
The gator is a small creature, so it's a smaller token. So its token is actually larger. So it's still sized to one square. It's still in the middle, half sized.
Right. The thing is, I can't see the corner.
You know how to resize without dragging it, right? You can
I
right
don't.
click on it, say change dimensions.
Right click, advanced, set dimensions.
Yep,
Did not
and you
know
can
that.
just put one by one to give to on the square. Change it to squares, I think, instead
Units?
of pixels. Yeah, units, and just say one by one.
Okay. One by one, set.
See?
Wow, that did not work. I mean, wait, where is it? Oh, it like flattened it out. I did not do one by one, apparently. All right, advance, set dimensions. It's still back on pixels. Units.
Yeah, that's the one thing. It defaults to pixels, and if you forget to change it and make it 1 pixel by 1 pixel, you never find it again.
It went to 11 by 1. Okay. All right, so that is that one. And then she is Flora.
All right, let me turn my push to talk on.
Let me put hers back on. Right click on it. I did not know you could do that. Has that always been like this, the set dimensions?
Yes, it has.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm always open. If you need Roll20 lessons at any point, I'm more than happy to teach you how to.
No, I just okay. It's
Ian, how do I bring in a token to Roll20?
You don't. He does.
No, for my picture at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, we turn those off. If you, yeah, don't waste it. Don't waste your. Go to the cog on the upper right.
Uh-huh.
And then go to audio video.
Okay.
Okay.
And then video display.
All right.
And you can say player video avatar size, set it to names only.
Flora DM.
Okay.
I can't believe I put
And
that
save
in
your
there.
save your real estate on your screen that way.
All right.
Because usually you can do all your video conferencing through the Roll20, which is why it puts that stuff there, and we don't use that.
Okay.
I was trying to put okay.
And Jim, in the chat before, you were saying it would be impossible for us to pry these glass windows out.
I did not say. Well, they're huge. They're 20 feet tall. So I don't want to say the word impossible, but highly unlikely.
I have to ask, Pat, is that the kind of rogue you're going to be, where we're going to try and steal everything that's not nailed down?
Yes, and if it is nailed down, then I'll take a few extra minutes.
That's exactly. All right, Rebecca, what is your character's hit points?
20.
20?
Yes.
Holy cow. Okay, and what about armor class?
18.
Wow. Okay. So
At first
let me
level?
give you,
Wow.
let me give you vision.
My AC is 18.
Yeah, so
I think mine is as well.
All right, so Rebecca, real quick. Well, in a
Yes.
sec. All right, I'm going to move. I'm not going to worry about the other one for right now. So let me move it onto the token layer. Do you see it? It's outside of here. Let me move it into the room. Go back to this. Okay. I'll move
Yeah,
it into
I
the room
see
where
it.
you're at.
And
Oh,
I can move it.
Here, I'm just going to put it into the room. So you can
Yes.
see it, you can move it,
It
everything
doesn't
works
have
with
a
it, right?
health bar on the top.
No.
I
Well,
did I not make the health bar visible? That's what I
Right.
tried to do.
Yeah, you
I did not?
You
Okay.
did not.
Yep. Okay, so I have to go back to the health bar and have it with C. How about now?
Yep.
Okay.
yep.
All right, so let me go back to your little friend here. I'm gonna move your friend in and work on it while
mhm.
I'm just gonna put it on the token layer. It's just so much brighter on the token layer to see it. GM layer sucks for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a setting to turn down the dimming that happens.
Right. Yeah. I know. I've got the dimming on. I just don't want to.
That is a
jerk with it.
little
Okay.
friend.
Does it have a name?
No.
Albert.
What is it?
Albert.
Albert.
Albert the alligator.
Albert the alligator. Of course it is. And Albert is going to be control. I just want to let you know you're still under here as Mika being in here. So
Okay.
but as long as it gives you control, it doesn't matter.
Right.
What is its hit points?
Its hit points is 14.
14. Wow. It's better than some of the players we have here. Let me make sure you
You're
guys
playing
can
two
see
characters. Awesome.
it. Okay, and what about its armor class?
15.
Okay, it's definitely better than some people in this party.
It is definitely better, if not equal to me, the sorcerer.
All right, can you move Albert around?
Let's see. Yes, I can.
Okay, and you can see it. Everyone can see that it's hit point bar and everything.
Yeah, but not the nameplate. If that's what you.
Yeah.
If
Can we make it where you guys can see the nameplates?
Yeah, it's the same thing as the health bar. You have to change it.
Oh yeah, I did it on the other one. I didn't know.
There it is. There you go.
Okay, so you guys can all see each other's nameplates.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I didn't because I never see it from that point of view. Okay, so let me get these guys, and I'm just going to I'm going to move them just off of there, and then I'm going to just put them into the GM layer. Okay, all right. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so we should be ready. So right now, when we stop, just remind me, we just said, hey, we're going to head back to town, but we didn't head back to town, right?
Right. No, we left it in this room, and I still have 2 hit points. I'm the only one. The healing failed on me, so
right.
So
we still have issues we have to take care of here, right?
I mean, yeah.
There's people. Are there people at 0 hit points?
Actually, Halbrick never healed up.
Halbrick has 1.
What?
And Aldor,
I don't know whether he might have healed, but he didn't change his health.
Well, yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't change your health. So it shows for me Halbrick with 1 hit point, and it shows with me Aldor with 2.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
I have 13 hit points according to my character sheet.
Right, but you have to make the change onto roll 20 also.
Yeah, this isn't connected.
They don't connect, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you're not like dead yet.
All right, I have 13.
There you go. I'm not dead yet. Aldor, on the other hand, is hurting for certain.
Yeah.
All right, that's still there. Okay, you want to go ahead and get started? I have the bots going. We're gonna get started, and we're gonna talk a little bit about recall knowledge at the beginning of the show.
Okay.
All right. Let me put you guys up so I have to see you again. Yee. Okay.
Also, I was thinking when you're introducing your characters, you don't need to add all those adjectives of what kind of.
I think it's hilarious.
It's like a tradition at this point.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious. You guys aren't talking for that long. You're talking for like 10 seconds.
It's like me introducing myself. Hi, I'm Ian. I'm a Jewish New Yorker human. You don't have to go through all of the.
You should do that every time you introduce yourself to somebody.
Why wouldn't I?
Why exactly? How about this? You guys do whatever you feel is best.
All right.
Okay. Let me open this back up here. All right, here we go. And I know when to stop. 7:45ish, we'll stop, and it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. 3, 2. Happy Friday, and welcome to Sometimes You Crit. I'm going to stop right now. This is what I've been saying. I've been saying, welcome to Sometimes You Crit, a TTRPG real play podcast. Should I change it to a Pathfinder 2E real play podcast, or just keep it as TTRPG, since we have the stuff for D&D already? What are your guys' feelings about that?
I mean, we're strictly Pathfinder now, right?
Our logo says TTRPG.
All right. If the logo says it, I'm going to keep on saying it, and then we'll decide later. Right.
I mean, you can say whatever you want. I just brought it up.
You could say a TTRPG podcast today, and we're playing Pathfinder 2E.
I do mention Pathfinder 2E, but
so many descriptors there, though, Ian.
It is. Maybe I should cut it down to "We play good." Actually, that'd be. How about we play? Okay.
We play clickety
Right.
clack math dice.
All right,
We play
fine.
Math Rocks.
We
dish it out. I can take it. Go ahead.
Hey, I know
Math
you
Rocks.
can. I know you can. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Happy Friday. Welcome to Sometimes You Crit, a TTRPG real play podcast. We're here for our 6th. I just forgot which episode it was. I didn't write it down. 6th, right? No, 7th and 8th.
7.
7th and
Yes.
8th. Okay. One
Yes,
more
definitely.
time. 7th and 8th. I just left that one on there. All right. 3, 2. Happy Friday. Welcome to Sometimes You Crit, a TTRPG real play podcast. We are here for the 7th episode of our Pathfinder 2e adventure path, Abomination Vaults. We're a group of longtime D&D players learning a new system and probably making mistakes along the way. It's usually the GM's fault. Speaking of which, my name is Jim, and I am your game master. I'd like to introduce all of our players. First up, we have Cole. How you doing tonight, Cole?
Hey, Jim, I'm doing well. My name's Cole. I play a first level Tunnel Flood Kobold Swashbuckler. You're welcome, Ian.
Adjective.
For
Adjective.
those of you listening, Ian, just before we started recording, decided to bitch about how some of us use descriptors of our characters, and it's too long. So I felt obligated to just go through the normal spiel here.
Adjectives, yay. Okay, next up to fight for himself is Ian. How you doing, Ian?
Hi, I'm Ian, and I play a guy.
Oh,
No, you play a god. Get it right.
That's
right.
true.
Yes.
I play Elder. I play Elder Halarak, a Wave Rider, Tengu, sorcerer, aberrant mind sorcerer.
There we go. Adjectives. Next up we have Mark. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing good. I'm Mark, and I'm playing a cleric.
An unnamed cleric.
With an unnamed ancestry.
I approve.
Okay, Hallbrick, we hear you. And next up we have Patrick.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play a human rogue named Stericus Caput, and no thing will pass me by of not being stolen.
And your
There
video
you
locked
go.
up.
There you go. Oh, his video has been locking up.
Oh,
He's got a little
okay.
issue. Yeah, he's got a little issue tonight with his network, but the audio is coming through fine. So
Okay, we're
gonna
good.
do the best we can. Yep. And finally, we have Rebecca. How you doing, Rebecca?
Hey, Jim. I'm Rebecca. I'm a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant playing a liminal catfolk thaumaturge, first level.
There we
Is
go.
that enough adjectives for you, Ian?
Never
So.
enough.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're going to talk. I always go right into mistakes. And the first thing we're going to talk about, is our mistakes that we made. But before that, I feel the need to ask somebody a question here. So my question is for Mark. Mark, how do you feel about Cole's face? For those of you who are not on video,
For our audience,
I
Cole
already
has
knew
a
about
beard.
it, so it wasn't a surprise.
But he shaved his entire beard off. But what,
Yeah.
like, your feeling? What is your true feeling about this?
I've seen him without a beard before.
That doesn't answer the
I know what he
question.
looks like.
That doesn't answer your question. How do you feel about it? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh, I like either way. He looks good. So
Oh,
good-looking
Mark
guy.
is, he's a good-looking guy. But we always tease Cole about how young he is, and trust me, when you shave off the beard, he got 10 years younger.
You think so?
Oh my gosh, yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what shaving usually does to people.
All right.
Yeah. So mistakes. We have several mistakes. So the thing that I have been the most confused about has been recall knowledge, and we sat down after the last episode because even though if you listen to the last episode just on the podcast, even though I haven't edited it yet in real time, I'm going to cut out a lot of me and everybody stumbling around trying to figure out recall knowledge. So we've kind of we went back and we looked at stuff. Actually, Ian went back and looked at stuff and told us what to do. So we have a better understanding of recall knowledge because we don't usually do this in D&D. This is a Pathfinder thing. So, Ian, can you give us and the viewers at home a little breakdown of how recall knowledge should work?
All right. So for us, for those of you learning Pathfinder, so there's a standard DC by level for things in Pathfinder. So let's take the corpse lights that we were fighting that we kept trying these recall knowledge checks on last week. They are level 1 rare monsters, level 1 rare undead monsters. So first off, for them having the undead trait, the type of recall knowledge check we would do is a religion check, and there's another table that tells with all the different types of creatures, beasts, fae, demons, undead, what check you should make. And so for undead, it's religion. So we should be making religion checks on recall knowledge. Since they're level 1, that means it's a DC 15. However, there's adjustments you make based on that, on their rarity or how difficult you want the monster to be. These are rare monsters. They have the rare trait. That means you add a 5. Is it 5 or 6? It is 5. It is 5. And I'm sorry, these were level 2 monsters, were the corpse lights.
Yes.
So they made their standard DC 16. They're rare, gives it very hard difficulty, plus 5. So it would have been a DC 25
21.
DC 21 religion check for recall knowledge.
Yep.
You can also use your lore skill. So if you had lore undead or lore corpse lights or something, you can lower that DC to a 15 or 16. There are also modifiers to bring that down based on specific knowledge that you have. And actually, we were trying to figure out where it is, but it's not in the book or the adventure on the stat block for the corpse lights. It actually says the recall knowledge numbers, which would have been helpful to Jim during the actual fight if he'd seen those, but they weren't listed anywhere on his paper. So yeah, that's recall knowledge. So basically, Jim now knows to keep the standard table hopefully handy.
Hold on. There it is. I've got all the pages. I got them printed out. They're right next to me. It is a lot of pages. It's not simple. There's a lot of pages. The problem that I had from last week was, like Ian said, the adventure path for Pathfinder. I'm not like working for Pathfinder, right? Is great. They have an entire page devoted for these corpse lights. If you go to the Archives of Nethys, you'll see that exact same information. At the top of the archives, it tells you the recall knowledge numbers. Yeah. On that massive page in this adventure path, they didn't put those in there. The couple little words.
It looked like a separate search result was that section of the recall knowledge stuff when you type in the corpse lights. So I don't know where that was coming from.
Right. So that would have been easier if I'd had it in here. But that now I know, now I have to do this. Basically, what I've done is now every creature I think that they could encounter tonight, I have a separate tab open for the archives with all the information on it.
You got a lot of tabs open.
I got a lot of tabs open, and right now my battery is working fine. So,
good.
Yeah, my battery's good. Okay, so
if we're still in mistakes, I
wasn't gonna say that's wrapping up that mistake. So now I'm gonna ask. So Ian, I know that you said you had a personal mistake. What was your mistake?
Yeah, so I screwed up my big spell last week that I was doing massive damage with.
Mm-hmm. How?
The biting words spell. When you cast it, we said it was a thing. It was a language. It's magic through my voice. And you had asked me, do they need to understand? And I said, no, it's just a sonic thing. But it does have the linguistic trait, this spell, which does mean creatures need to understand the language that I'm using for it to work.
For it to work at all?
Yeah.
Oh, so it wouldn't have worked at all.
If
they didn't understand it.
So what you're saying is we should have TPK'd.
Well, I would have left, but otherwise, yes.
Okay.
Like I said, we messed up.
You were going to survive no matter what.
Let's define TPK. The original people, yes. The rogue. Okay, so we're going to start with a new party. We had a rogue with a lot of crap on him. He's carrying around weapons.
The lesson is with this, you really got to pay attention on your spells, on your items, on everything, to the traits and the tags that Pathfinder puts on it. Because all those affected in some way. So,
and I almost think whenever you guys do anything, like if you're going to cast a spell, we need to say, okay, let's look at the traits, make sure So that way we do it the first time right, and then we'll know what we do from then on.
Yeah.
You know, for some of them, I think, especially ones we haven't done before, it's like, let's take a look. Let's make sure we see what we're seeing. Did anyone else know that or think that they screwed up something that they look back and say, oh, wait, Mark. Okay, Mark, what'd you do?
I just realized when I was looking at my character and looking for hit points that I have a shield, and when you raise shield, you can take some of the damage with the shield.
You can
No.
block as a
Do
reaction.
you want to hear the lesson on how to do that?
I would love to, because I'd never done it before,
Right,
and I
so-
completely forgot that it existed.
You have an action called Raise Shield. Everybody has it. You don't have to be proficient in shields in Pathfinder. No, that doesn't exist. If you're holding a shield, you can take it a single action to raise a shield that raises your AC by 2.
Right. I knew that part.
So there's that, and then there's also a shield block action, which you need a feat for. You don't automatically get.
Oh.
What is the feat?
It's called shield block. It's a feat that your class will let you take, I believe.
So you have to raise your shield first.
Yep, and that raises your AC. That's the basic
Right.
thing for the shield.
But the shield block thing.
Shield block is a reaction.
Oh, I do have
that
a
you can
feat.
take.
I do have a
See?
feat for
So
shield.
some classes, the big shield classes get it automatically. Like fighters get it, and I
Yeah.
think
I don't know how
yeah,
I got it,
probably
but it's on my
champions, too.
character sheet.
war clerics would. Basically, it's a reaction that the damage that you get. First, there's a
Shield's hardness.
yes, there's a hardness. First off, that tells you first you reduce the damage by that much.
Oh, it does damage reduction?
It does
Yes.
damage reduction. Yep.
Wow.
And then you split. You will still take some damage. Yeah, that's what it does. It reduces the damage.
Your
Here,
shield
let me
takes some of the
let me
damage,
read
so your
let me read what it
shield
says in
can-
archives. It says the trigger is whenever you have your shield raise, you would take damage from a physical attack. So if you were going to take damage, okay, then it's what it says is you snap your shield in place to ward off the blow. Your shield prevents you from taking an amount of damage up to the shield's hardness. So what is your shield's hardness?
3.
Okay, so the first 3 points gone.
Okay.
As long as you have your shield raised,
Okay.
then you and the shield each take any remaining damage.
Oh.
So I don't think it's split. It says possibly breaking or destroying the shield.
Yeah, your shield
okay.
has something called a break threshold (BT).
All right. That's
That'll
not
tell you
as
how-
good as
and-
what I was thinking.
Yeah. What is your shield's break threshold?
Your shield has an HP, a max HP, and a break threshold.
So in
Who would've thought?
Pathfinder, do shields just break all the time?
Yep.
If you keep on doing this, it will.
There's an action to repair them too, which if you want you want someone good at crafting on your team if you've got
You
shields.
just have a wooden shield, Mark.
Yeah.
It looks like HP is 12, break threshold 6.
6 probably. So once it takes 6 hit points, it becomes broken, so you can't use it anymore, but it's not destroyed. You can repair it out after battle and bring it back. And there's a repair shield action which uses a crafting check, which just like healing, you can fail and break it even more, or critically heal it and do some good repairing.
I am trained in crafting, and for a nominal fee, I'll be happy to do it.
Yeah. It's 12 it's 12 hit points total, but if you take 6 hit points, it becomes broken.
It becomes broken.
Yes.
And by broken, it doesn't mean destroyed. It just means
Right.
unusable.
But if it
for
goes to
using.
12 hit points, it's destroyed. You cannot
Right.
repair it.
Correct.
Right. But I mean, if you're going to be taking, if you have, especially if you have something like small on you that's doing, 3 points of damage or 2 points of damage, raising the shield and doing that, you're preventing you from taking anything. And it's not taking anything until it gets past the 3. Right.
But just the general raised shield means that it's not going to get broken, right?
Right. So raise shield, if I'm tell me if I'm wrong, Ian. Raise shield is basically it's usually your last action. You do your 2 actions. Your 3rd action, you raise shield. So then
Okay,
for the
if
entire
you
next
feel,
turn.
if you feel like you're going to get hit and want to actually have the shield ready, yes.
Right. Yeah. So for your entire next turn, your shield is up. Your AC is increased by 2.
Right. At the start of your next turn, that shield goes down.
Right. It goes down. You have to raise it back up at the, more than you wouldn't raise it at the beginning of a turn. It wouldn't make any sense, I don't think, but there's weird things that happen. But if you raise it again, so you have it, and if you're taking damage, something's crushing you, hell, I'd throw at least, get it to block some points.
This is the same thing as Deg's cape, right? Your thing.
Yeah.
The raising the cape is the same as the raise in action.
So
I raised my
Yeah,
shield. That wasn't the problem. I just never used the shield block.
The shield block reaction.
Yeah, that
So
was
you
the
only get
part
that,
I
and it's a reaction. It's a reaction, so you only get that once per turn.
Per turn, right?
It uses your reaction. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one thing that flew in my face.
There's also a feat later on down the road called reactive shield. That if you take that means you don't need to use the raise a shield action technically, but you get the raise shield action as a reaction. So when you get hit, you can say reactive shield, and that raises the shield to raise your AC. Don't get the shield block though. But so if you did not take the raise shield action, that'll let you use your raise shield as a reaction to get the AC bump.
Right, because this shield block is a reaction.
Right.
It basically can act as another action. Or like
exactly, it means it means you don't need to take that raise shield action and waste an action.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so you know what, we're talking a lot at the beginning. I don't care. We're learning Pathfinder, and this is learning Pathfinder. This is helping me a lot too. Anyone else have any issues besides the fact that their character stunk and they almost died? Does anyone else have any issues with what happened last week? Your characters?
Just the identify magic that I don't know if we actually had made a roll for that or anything, but it is a skill exploration for arcana, nature, occultism, or religion, depending on what the item or effect is.
Same thing as the recall knowledge check. There's a table for DCs by a spell level. So if you're trying to identify a magic item or a spell or spell, you take that level. There's a DC. We use the type of magic that's on there. We'll tell you which type of knowledge check you need, and that'll tell you the DC on the recall knowledge on the identify magic action, which is the same as recall knowledge type of action.
Yeah. So basically, it's another recall knowledge, and so I'm going to look at.
But identify magic, you need to be trained in the action. You need to be trained in that skill, in that religion, primal, in that check.
Is anyone here trained at identifying magic?
Do we train in identify magic or arcana?
You train in arcana, divine, religion, nature, and occultism are the 4 schools. Those are your skills. So depending on the check, you need to be if you need to identify an arcane item, someone needs to be trained in arcana.
Gotcha. So if there is an item out there, and it is an religious.
I gave you that because we found a scroll.
I have everything.
I
printed it all out.
We found a scroll of healing, correct?
Right. And I shouldn't have told you it was a scroll of healing.
Right. Exactly.
But I did.
Is it Wand of Heal is what we got.
Wand of Heal, yes.
Heal is a level 1 spell.
Right.
And the spell Heal is divine and primal. So a recall knowledge or identify magic using religion or nature with a DC of 15 will tell us what it is, because 15 is the DC on a level 1 spell.
Okay, I do see that. However, whenever we do something like this, we're going to stop. I'm going to make sure I'm doing it right, and then we're going to continue until I get more used to it, because there's a lot going on here.
Right.
Okay, anybody else have any issues, concerns, anything like that? All right, so everyone else is perfect. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started now. Let me open one of the 50 tabs that I have open here. There we go. All right, so when last we left, you guys had just finished getting lit up in the big area with, let me get this thing open here since I've been moving around everything, with the corpse lights. And that was a giant chapel area. And if I can read the description of it again for you if you want me to, since we were it's been a while. The air in the large chapel feels colder and damper than elsewhere in the ruins. Condensed beads on the walls run into rivulets across the countless skulls carved into the stone. A moldering human corpse lies slumped against the wall. Uh, his hands wedged in the crate. That was the guy that was up against the wall when you opened up the secret door that fell back into it. 3 short flights of steps upward to a wider chamber in the north where a semicircular dais supports an altar of white stone. Beyond the altar loom 4 stained glass windows, each 20 feet tall and depicting 4 haunting scenes of ghosts rising from overgrown graveyards towards a 4-pointed orange star above. You guys had searched the altar, correct? That was
Yes,
where
sir.
you found the wand?
Right. Mika found a couple of things in it.
Right. Was there more than one thing inside the altar?
It was the wand and the scroll, I believe, right? There was a wand and a...
Yes.
True. And you guys also had checked the thief, right? Right, and we got some there was some potions there too. Did I tell you what the potions were or not?
We found
I think I did.
a nice looking rapier, 4 daggers, silver ring, minor healing potion, a lesser dark vision elixir.
Right. So what I should have done, if I'm not mistaken, is I should have had you guys roll for the minor healing potion and a lesser dark vision, right?
Right. I mean, similarly, you can say if we're familiar with healing potions and what they look like, you
Right.
don't need to make us roll.
Now, as far as the nice looking rapier, since it is a magical item, and I think I told you guys last week that I told you it was a +1 rapier. What should I have done for recall knowledge to do it? Because that would confuse me since it's a +1 item.
Yeah.
It seems like that would be like a spell level. I'm thinking a DC 15. I would say it'd be probably a 15.
Yeah. I'll look into that.
Yeah, but I don't know what else I would have rolled, like what the roll would have been based on, since it's a weapon. So I'm sure there's something for that. We'll figure it out.
Well,
Okay,
it
so
probably would be Arcana.
More than likely, yes, but I don't know if is every weapon then every +1, +2, +3, whatever weapon Arcana. And if that's the case, that's perfectly fine. We'll just do it.
Well, on the quick sheet, it says either Arcana, Nature, Occultism, or Religion, and it's on page 238 in the rule book.
Okay. Well, I believe you, and we'll just, I can't flip through there right this second. Okay, so you guys were in the room. You guys killed the 2 corpse lights. They just kind of vanished. There was some bodies in the corner that the corpse lights actually came from. You guys are in the room. It looks like Stericus is completely healed up. Halbrick is at about 2/3 hit points. Looks like Dag is about 2/3. Aldor is hurting for certain. And who am I missing? Did I miss somebody? Mika. Mika's perfectly fine. 100%. Okay, so so you guys just finished this battle. What would you like to do?
I say we go out the way we came in.
I think we
Well,
need to
I-
heal up more before we do anything.
Yeah, we need to go because it's late at night too. Like, we need to go back to town because I need to rest. And
I could use the wand of healing on you.
Do you know how to use the wand?
Don't you just point it at him and say heal?
That's one thing. So the wand, and I had that looked up. If somebody could look that up again
yes,
for me.
a wand is a single use per day.
But it also, I believe, helps if you have your own healing spells.
No. It in order for you to cast whatever's in your wand or scroll, it has to be a spell that you know or you could know. Your school. So, but since he's a cleric, he's got divine magic.
Right.
He's got the heal spell on is a divine spell, so he has access to that.
Okay.
Magic.
I thought there was something in there about if you cast your own spells and you had this on you, it added something to them.
No,
No?
they're completely separate.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Mark, it's once a day, and it is lesser healing, and it has not been used today.
Okay. So that's what I think, Galdor. I'm gonna heal you up. what is that? A
with the
D8?
wand.
Yeah, with the wand. I've used all my spells, so.
Hang on.
6.
Nice.
So you get
Alright,
6
Aldor,
more
you're
hit
up by
points,
s-
Saldor.
All right, so that's. All right.
And also, just make sure for you guys that you. I know you're doing it on Path Builder, but also do it on your character on Roll20 so that I can see it.
So 6 points brings me to 8.
See, you're fine.
Yep.
You're almost at 2. You're basically at 2/3 also.
All right.
All right, so what is the plan?
I still think we should go home for the night because I don't think we can. I don't think we should make any more progress in here tonight. And don't you have a meeting with the mayor in the morning?
Bright and early, 10 o'clock. I suppose that's not that bright or that early. But I'll be happy to attend. I hope you can come along as well. Let's go back home. I think home. Right. I think Brill, the Rowdy Rockfish, probably would have dinner hot and ready for us when we get there.
Okay.
You said it's
So-
only like 20 minutes from here to get back to town, right?
Yes. Yeah, and we figured out last week. I want to say this is after everything you guys did and the healing and the 9, 10 o'clock at night, somewhere around that time.
Yeah, maybe we get a fresh
I'm good with going back.
start tomorrow.
We're only
same.
we're not too far down, so it's no big deal.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And
All right,
there's
so you-
nothing else loose around here that I can steal?
There is nothing else loose around here that you can steal.
You know, no like candelabras on the dais or anything like that?
No, nothing like that.
All right, let's go.
All right, so you guys are going back the way you came from?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Across our makeshift drawbridge.
Okay.
We're getting
okay,
our money's
all right.
worth out of that sucker.
Okay, yeah.
Do
So
we
you guys
leave
go.
it or do we take it with us?
We'll pull it across to the other to the outside of it, so nothing can escape. If they want to, we can still leave it here.
Okay.
What if
Maybe
someone
hide it in the
steals it?
bushes. Maybe hide it in the bushes. You know.
We don't know
It's
how
30
good of a
feet long,
neighborhood
isn't
this is.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure leaving a 30-foot ladder outside of our inn is going to be much safer than leaving it here.
Good point.
Yeah, there's not a parking spot for a 30-foot ladder in town, I don't believe.
Actually, technically, coming back the way there's another way out that we didn't go because we didn't go through this room directly to our south. We came in from that secret door.
Oh, I know that. I'm just asking you guys how you're going out, what you
I'm,
want to do.
I'm telling the party. There's
Oh,
still
I'm
kind
aware.
of one room of discovery to be had if we
But-
choose.
Well, there's actually more than one room of discovery. There's also
Oh no! I know that, but I mean
Right.
to go back to leave.
I think we should
don't-
retrace our steps.
We don't know what's behind those doors. We know what we've seen. We almost died.
You wanna go back
Almost.
safely.
Well,
brave Sir Robin, brave Sir Robin.
All right.
So-
I mean,
Aldor, you sound like a man with power to expend. Are you still feeling great?
I mean, no, but that's why I stand in the back.
Well, I stand in the front, and I don't feel great either.
Maybe we go back through that secret door and go out the way we came in then, right?
Sounds good
not
to me.
You guys tell me.
okay.
I'm cool with either way you want to go.
We'll go back.
go
There's
back
other
out
doors.
here.
You can stay inside here. It's not a big deal.
And just live here forever?
I mean, you could try. You can always
Basically,
try.
the Hotel Otari over here.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go out through the door that we came in, the secret door.
Okay. All right. So we are being as cautious as we possibly can be.
Yep.
To leave. Okay.
We've learned our
All right, so
lesson.
Yes. So you guys are going to skitter away, go across the I'll throw up air quotes here, bridge. You're going to drag the bridge into the brush. Is that what I heard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Drag it. Don't leave it just sitting there in the
Camouflage
open.
it.
Maybe. Yeah.
Right.
Throw some leaves on top of it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you guys do that. You're walking back to town, right?
Yeah, we'll head back to
We're
town.
limping.
How far? How far was town from Absalon?
20 minutes.
No,
It took us
from-
3 days.
from
It took us 3 days.
Absalom.
It took us
Oh,
3 days to get
Absalom.
here. I
Oh,
think
okay.
2 or
3
3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had took a
Yeah.
wagon ride or something.
Yeah, we hitched
Right.
a ride on something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you guys are going back to town. Like I said, it's nighttime. You're going back into town. You do notice, and I want to make sure that I get this right here. You do notice off to your left as you're going into town that there is a little pond with like a ring of stones around it, and you can see some like lights, like people have. It's almost like they've set up little almost like a little bivouac, and they're kind of like have their fire going, and I just want to let you know it's there as you're going by. Either way, a couple dozen standing stones around this pond, no big deal. So yeah, you guys go by. You're going back into town, and you were staying at where again?
The Rowdy Rockfish.
The Rowdy Rockfish. Yes, you were.
That
Yes,
someone's taking notes.
there we go. Hey, let's see how good your notes are. Do you remember if you guys had paid? You guys had just paid for a night, right? Or did you pay for the week?
I believe we just paid for the night.
I think so too.
I think so.
Okay. All right. So, you guys going back, and obviously, you don't have a place to stay. And I think I was charging you guys a silver. Does that sound right?
I want to say
Sure.
it was like a silver per person per night.
Right. A silver per person per night. So I don't know what you guys want to do. Do you want to sort of set up where you can have kind of like a permanent place to stay here, or do you want to like move your room every night and
I mean, how was the bed last night? Was it good?
Well, I
mean,
think for the silver, you guys were staying in like a barracks kind of area.
I mean, how safe is it for us to leave stuff behind?
Not. You're in a
how
barracks
much
type
is a
area.
private room?
I say since that's a silver, let's go with 2 silvers per person per day. That'll give you guys how many private rooms? 2 private rooms.
Okay. And how many silver are in a gold?
10.
I think everything's 10. For some
Yeah,
odd
okay.
reason, they decided to do weird stuff and just having base 10 with everything
Yeah.
here. I don't know what that's all about.
10 coppers in a
where's the
silver, 10 silvers
Ethereum?
in a gold.
I want my my Electrum and my
Electrum. Ethereum
yeah.
is
Electrum,
Ethereum is crypto.
sorry.
We don't do that.
Sorry, my bad. Electrum.
Yes. So would you guys like to get like 2 rooms? Would you like to pay for more than one night? Would you like to, that's up to you.
Well, for 2 rooms, for the 5 of us, would be a gold a night.
Yes. The
So-
party's like, ooh. Maybe if you end up going out there and you clean out the top level really well, maybe you could make it into a little base of operation.
Well, I have 7 gold and 8 silver,
You're
and
rich.
for a nominal interest rate.
None of us are broke, I don't think, except for maybe Mark. But
I'm broke.
I do have the party's gold as well. The party has
Right.
6 gold, 23 silver.
Well,
Right.
okay.
Ooh.
Mika says, do not worry about that, because sadly, she will be parting ways. She doesn't feel that she's ready for adventuring.
oh,
And when she says that, I give her a hug and I try to steal anything she has.
There.
So I will be trying to find passage back to Absalon in the morning. Almost dying made me show that I need to further my training before I venture back out. I'm not quite ready for this.
you sure? Because you're kind of screwing us here, lady. You
I'm
decide you want to leave, and then we got to go back there without you?
I'm very sorry, but I almost died, and maybe you can find someone else. I'm not
Can I have the
ready.
6 daggers we gave you?
It was 4, and nice try.
Or was it
And you-
2? I can't remember.
Let me check.
Well, I have it written down.
So,
So, yeah, Mika, do you, I mean, there could be a late night stagecoach leaving right now if you wanted to be on, or I could wait till the morning. You tell me.
is there a late night stagecoach?
I mean, I
Mika could be
wait.
on
Do you,
it.
listen carefully. Do you hear it? Do you hear one?
I do hear one.
She
I
heard
do
one.
hear
Yes, there
one.
is one. All aboard! It's going aboard. Actually, it's a boat. It's not a stagecoach. There's a boat. There's
There's a
sailing.
boat. Okay, so
Why they're sailing late at night, I have no idea, but that's what they're doing.
There's a shackle in the rowing rack just for you.
That's right.
so, and here will we part ways.
All
It's
right.
been nice knowing you.
You'll be in my prayers. Hopefully, I'll be with you.
Yes, and maybe you'll make godhood, and then I'll
Fingers
find
crossed.
your temple.
It shouldn't be hard to find. It'll be the biggest one in Absalom.
I'm sure. Okay.
Okay, so Mika gets on the boat. The gangplank raises up, and the boat sets sail with Mika going back to Absalom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
So-
guess the cat pussied out.
Yeah, what were we thinking bringing a friggin' thaumaturge? What the hell does that even do?
I still don't know.
Can I use my pickpocket skill feat to snag those daggers back?
What would be my counter roll for that?
None.
No, there is.
It'd be a
Why
roll
don't-
against a DC, right?
Yeah, it's rolling against a DC.
Probably his her perception DC, if I had to
Right.
guess.
Would you like to try on the way out? We should practice this.
Sure, why not?
Let's just see what would happen. All right, so why don't you roll?
I'm rolling on thievery.
Yeah, thievery. Well, pickpocket. The pickpocket feat should tell you everything you need.
Let me see here.
Without taking the -5 penalty,
Oh, what the heck?
I can't take objects that would be extremely noticeable or time-consuming to remove.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a master in thievery, you can attempt to steal from a creature in combat. Ooh, nice.
Really?
Well, if I do it in combat, it takes 2 actions instead of 1, and I get a -5 penalty. But because I have the pickpocket skill and I'm trained in thievery, I'm +7 on the roll.
Okay. All
Wow.
right, so since she is a first level character, I'm going to assume that this is a 15 DC.
Well, it's
Does
her
that sound-
person. She
Oh,
has,
oh, wait,
she has
I'm
a
sorry.
perception skill, and then you
What-
add 10 to get her DC.
Yeah. What is your perception, Mika?
It is it's +5.
Okay, so 15.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
I rolled a 9 + 7 is 16.
16. Okay. I would say that you're going to get at least 2 of those daggers. Slap 'em right out. 2 of those daggers just make their way into your sleeves
All right.
as you give her a little hug on the way out.
And
She
she's
never
on
knew
the
what hit her.
on the ship later. I could have sworn I had 2 more daggers.
Okay, so good news, bad news. Bad news is you're down by one character. Good news, you don't have to pay as much to sleep tonight. So it's only 8 silver pieces if you guys are getting, and you get one. You guys can have 2 rooms still. 8 silver pieces, 2 rooms.
Why do we need to spend all this money? What is this getting us?
Can we get 1 room and then just sleep on the floor?
I mean,
I don't need a bed. I mean, the floor is made out of wood. It's soft enough.
you guys can do whatever you want to do. It's still going to cost you 2 a night
Each.
each.
And
2
if we
silver
do
a
the
night
bunkhouse,
for-
it's 1 silver.
It's one. It's half the price in the bunkhouse. But with the rooms, you'll have a key, and you can leave your stuff in the room.
Right. Do we have stuff we need to leave behind?
Not yet.
I don't
Exactly. So why
We're not
waste the
hauling
money?
on stained glass windows yet, so
We're poor. Let's just save our money.
Now,
Mark,
is
is
there
it-
anybody who looks semi well off in this tavern?
Semi well off in the tavern. Why don't you roll a perception check? The higher you roll, the more chance there is of somebody being there.
Like, can I help?
24.
There is somebody well off. In fact, they're a little tipsy in the corner too. There's a guy, and he seems like he's been there. You know, it's still late at night right now. You say goodbye to Mika. It's 10, 11 o'clock at night. Looks like he's had a couple too many drinks. You know, doing the little head bob a little bit while he's sitting there.
All right, well, I'll sit down with him and order him. What's the highest alcohol drink they have here?
God, that is the giant tail. Giant tail is what it is. Giant tail.
Okay.
Somebody write that down so I have it. Giant tail. That is a high alcohol level, and that
I'm
is
not
going to
writing
be.
that down.
I didn't. Don't worry. I already saw Cole is. I did not open back up the tab on buying alcohol again. So let me. That was the general.
And
what's it
Holbrook,
called?
you need somebody to fork up the 1 silver for you to sleep tonight.
I have 2 silver left.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
So he's
guys.
fine. What was that
He
table
has
called?
gold.
Well, that's true. We have party gold. We'll just pay for it with that.
Yeah, we're not strained for cash as far as that
and
goes.
and do we need food?
Well,
I imagine we should take a meal before we go to bed tonight.
Can I also say that while you're in the tavern, that you see a half elf at the bar arguing with the bartender?
Well, while that distraction's going on, I'm going to pickpocket the drunk.
I'm gonna go up to the bar too, but we'll wait for the
Okay.
pickpocket first.
All right, so we got 2 things going on here. Yeah, and if somebody could look up the
what?
goods. I'm on the archives. There's just so many things. I just wanted to find out the price of alcohol. But all right, so we have 2 things going on. We have 3 things going on. We have somebody arguing at the bar with the bartender,
Yes.
right? Brelda, the female dwarf, who she always looks kind of sad. She's kind of sad looking, and she's looking at you like, "I'm sad, and I don't like you." That kind of sad.
You said
Oh.
they're arguing?
The
That's
half
what
elf
she
and the
said, yes.
bartender. Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to Brilda and just say, Brilda, is there any trouble over here?
Talk to that one.
Hello, miss. What's your name?
Me?
Are you a
Well,
miss?
you are the.
Hold on, you assumed. Is it a miss?
Yes, it's a miss.
Okay.
Me? This man will not serve my friend a beer.
It's if you meant to say it that way,
Brilda?
that's fine. Brelda's
Oh.
is a
Oh, I
is
thought-
a female.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
It's the beard.
Oh yeah.
No, wait. So hold on a second. I
What?
think you're
So who's talking to
Dag
who?
was talking to Flora,
Yeah.
and that's what he said to you.
Yeah, and I said, this man will not serve my friend a beer.
Well, which man? This.
The bartender.
You mean the woman?
Or this woman. I'm sorry, the beard throws me off. I don't know. I grew up around goblins. I don't know dwarves very well. This dwarf will not serve my friend a beer
Has she explained why?
because he's an alligator.
Well, I don't know what to say in that case.
So hold on a second. So you have your alligator there too?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why I can't click on this and let you see what Brelda looks like because she didn't have a beard, but that's fine. That's fine. We can make her with a beard. She's got a beard now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you have your alligator in the room.
In the bar with me. Yes.
All right. So this is Brelda.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. This
But
woman.
now, no.
not.
Now she's got a beard. 100% she got a beard now. 100%. 100% she got a beard now.
It's canon.
Yes, canon. She's got a beard. All right. So the alligator. How big is is it alligator or crocodile?
Well, the stats are a crocodile, but I would like to make it an alligator.
Of course.
So.
Of course. So is the alligator.
It-
Yeah,
it-
in the,
I gotta
in the
imagine.
book, in the book, it says crocodile, but then underneath it says it can be an alligator or any other
Right.
Yeah.
type of
Okay.
Right.
monster.
I'm just trying to imagine the reaction to having an alligator in a bar.
This sounds
Like-
like the run up to a joke.
I know. So what is your alligator like? How does it act inside of a bar? Is it potty trained? Does it walk on two legs? It's just a freaking alligator that's snapping at people.
It's a freaking alligator. It's just sitting there next to me wanting a beer.
It's still
Okay,
a small creature.
so-
It's still a small
It's a
creature.
small creature. All I want to do is have a beer with my friend, the alligator.
Okay. So is this alligator on a leash?
No. Why would it be on a leash?
I feel like inside of
Who
a
puts their
bar,
friends on leash?
the alligator would have to. Are we going to let the alligator just roam around the bar?
He's
Okay.
called the
mean,
rowdy rockfish.
You were right. The alligator's roaming around the bar. Okay. The alligator's just
Okay.
walking around.
He's a rowdy reptile.
He's a rowdy reptile. Okay. And he wants a beer.
We have a kobold in our party. He's just wandering around, you know.
Well, of course he wants a beer.
Okay.
So, sorry,
Bro-
can your friend speak for itself?
Have you ever heard an alligator speak? That's ridiculous.
It's hissing.
So,
Yeah, it is hissing. It is hissing. Yes, you're
if
right.
it misbehaves when it has this beer, can it be held responsible?
He's not gonna misbehave. Look at him. He's such a sweet baby. Come here, Albert. Come
I
here,
know,
sweet
I mean,
baby.
it looks like an alligator.
Come here, sweet baby.
Brelda is looking up at Deg right now, like, what? Like, this is a little bit different for her. She's
Well,
like,
I mean, I
don't
haven't.
think I can serve that thing.
No, I'm not. I'm just explaining to this woman that if this alligator cannot be held responsible for its actions, then you're not obligated to. Because if it were to break a chair, then you're just out a chair. It seems kind of unfair to you.
I'm more worried about it eating somebody than breaking a chair.
Not gonna
I
eat
mean-
anybody. He just wants a beer.
So by small creature, how long is this alligator?
27
Like
feet.
3 to 4 feet.
3 or 4 feet?
That's what my guess would be.
Okay.
I mean, a small like person.
Yeah, I
would
can
be
do 3,
like
4 feet alligator.
size.
Don't tell me 6 foot alligator. 6 foot alligator, take your foot off.
Well, it's still it's
It has
a
more hit
young
points.
it's a young
True.
alligator. It's
It has more
young.
hit points than some people in this party.
It's young. So
Okay.
So I think 3 to
Explain-
4 feet might be about
3 to
right.
4 feet. I mean, think what's a young alligator? I mean,
So explain to me, will this alligator grow up?
yes.
Okay. This is going to be fun. Can we just leave it in the swamp?
No.
Animal companions level up just like their
Yeah.
humans.
Okay. All right. So Brelda's like, look, just you can stay, but not that thing has to be. No, I'm not serving it alcohol. I'm just not.
Miss, I'm wondering, have you ever met a humanoid on alcohol? They tend to sometimes get violent. Have you often drank with your alligator?
We drink together all the time.
What do you do when you drink together afterwards? Do you just fall asleep? Do you chat? Do you wrestle? What goes on?
Do you spoon?
We
you
actually
seen-
do spoon. And he
Have you
lets
seen-
me rub his belly.
Have you seen the movie Cocaine Bear?
Thankfully, no.
Ma'am, I just
Yes.
ask that
Right.
you please just try to understand Brelda's situation here. You're putting her in a tough spot. Now, you can buy the drink, and if you'd like to take the drink outside and do with it as you will, then maybe she would turn turn the other way. But I can understand her reluctance to serve your alligator a beverage.
Yeah, she's looking and she's like, are you planning on staying here tonight with that?
Well, I do need a room. And we do like clean.
You're gonna need to get a private room for that.
Brelda,
How
do you
much?
require a security deposit?
I require a security deposit.
What? Why are you helping?
It's two silver pieces for the room plus 2 silver piece
Two
security deposit.
silver what?
Plus 2
That is
silver piece security
highway
deposit.
robbery. You're
There-
crazy.
There is a nice alley just outside that barely smells of urine.
Do you have like a two? I mean, some
Yeah,
of
I can't put you in a barracks because, well, that.
that. He said, "Look at him. He's a sweet baby." Oh, Albert, they
I gotta
don't.
figure. I gotta think that Albert goes and then like snaps out a little bit.
Albert, they don't mean that. They don't, and I just they don't mean that. They don't mean that.
Please tell me that we can have Albert look like the alligator or crocodile that was on Loki.
I thought about it. I really did. I totally did.
Did
I
anyone?
was thinking the one from Peter
Yeah.
Pan.
That's the right size.
No, I
too.
thought about the Loki one.
Yeah,
I
the
did.
Loki
Loki
one's
one.
about the right size because he's
The Loki
Yeah.
one had that that helmet on.
Mm-hmm.
Loki helmet. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we have the helmet on it? Can it wear a helmet? Can it wear a
Why
helmet?
not? I mean, I
wanna
thought
wear a
about. I want to make it. I want to make it a vest with an F on it. F for Flora.
Yes. Yes. We're going full on. For those of you who don't live in the state of Florida, Albert the alligator is well known down here.
Yes.
Well,
Okay,
he
so-
also has dreams of godhood, so he's given, somebody else a
Exactly.
run for their money.
Exactly. Now, meanwhile, Stericus, while all this was going on, you were cozying up to the drunk man.
Yes.
And you were trying to lift some coins. Now remember, there are successes and there are failures, and there are critical successes and there are critical failures whenever you try to do something like this. So,
Okay, well, first I'm just going to talk to him and get him to relax and order him some kind of extra giant alcohol. And I put a list of the costs in a tavern in Roll20.
oh, give me a.
Yeah, there's a link. There's a link in the chat on Roll20 for you.
But it's like 1 copper piece for a beer or 2 copper pieces for a large beer.
Yeah, it's not the best.
You wanted a
steak.
nice one. Why don't you pay 2 copper pieces
Okay.
for his beer?
All right,
Okay.
and I'll order myself a meal while we're at it and
Okay.
discuss what he's doing in the area.
Okay. Well, he's kind of just passing through, and he's slurring a little bit his words, and he either came from or he's going to Absalom. He's kind of even confused about that a little bit, and he's staying here tonight and he's leaving in the morning, or he thinks there's supposed to be a stagecoach going. He's very, he's
Out of it.
He's a late night drunk. He's at an early night. Hey, I'm drunk. Let's do stuff. He's more of a tired drunk.
All right.
Now, I
well,
will say that what you can do is, first of all, you can roll a diplomacy check against his
All right.
will DC to raise or lower your his attitude towards you.
It's called making
Okay.
an impression.
It's called making an impression. Thank you very much.
I got a 12.
You got a 12. He's kind of indifferent to you.
Even that I bought him alcohol.
Yes. Well, you know what? The alcohol would probably raise it up. So let's say that he has moved towards. I would say he'd be friendly with you right now.
Okay, well, I tell him, hey, if you're ready to go to bed, I'll help you upstairs if you want. Otherwise, you seem like a good guy, and I'm going to wish you well on your way.
You're a very, very nice man. Very nice. You're very nice.
So now, can I try to grab something that looks nice from him?
You can go ahead and roll your it's not sleight of hand, it's your thievery check, right?
18.
18. Okay, so you do get something. There's a little something in one of his pockets, a little bag. You move it out of his pocket and into your pocket.
Okay.
He does not appear to notice. You move him towards his room. He says, "Thank you. I will not forget your face. 'Cause you got a nice face that I will not forget. Good night."
Good night.
Close the door and goes to bed.
Okay. So I rub some smudge, like whatever I can find that'll smudge my face and make it look different, and then go back downstairs.
Okay. All right. So now you guys are down there. Deg is talking right now with Flora. TN. With Flora at the bar. Play this out. What are you guys doing? Or not. You guys can just sit here and look at me. That's fine.
She wants me to 4 silver. I don't have 4 silver.
4 silver. I thought it was only 2 silver for a room.
I don't have what, and then it was 2 silver for security deposit.
Thank you for that idea of the security deposit. I really like that. Thank you.
I don't have 2 silver. Okay, I'm like broke. So
how did you get to the Otari?
By my wits.
Or lack thereof.
The rest of you may want to jump in here because right now this is dragging.
I just pause and look at her.
What?
I'm gonna walk over there and say,
There you go. Let's get the party involved.
When I said by my wits, and then I pull out my gun that's got a dagger at the end of it. By my wits.
a gun with a dagger?
Yes. It's called a dagger pistol. I pull up my dagger pistol.
What is that?
On my
Daggers?
No, it's a gun, but if I get in a melee, it's got a pistol at the end of it. So it's got a dagger at the end of it.
It's a bayonet. It's a bayonet on a pistol. Which I know, Mark.
I just having a hard time envisioning this thing.
Picture a pistol with like a little 2 or 3 inch blade sticking out the bottom of it.
I know.
On the
It just sounds funny. Yeah.
It sounds useless, but I bet it's gonna be awesome.
I'll tell you what, Flora. I'll spot you the money for security deposit, but you'll have to pay for your own room. And if you fail, then you'll have to join us and you'll be indentured until you can pay off your debt.
Ooh, we have a servant.
What? Listen, I don't even have the money for the room. Did you not hear me? I don't even have 2 silver.
Okay then, Flora. How about this? I will pay for your room under the conditions you pay me back.
Okay. Sure, dude.
Is this how we make a new party member? We
Indentured servitude.
Indenture.
I mean, and what's an indentured what? Indentured what?
Indentured servitude. He owns you until you pay him back.
I listen. Rebecca knows what that is.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, but I'm like,
well, if you can't pay us back, you can trade us the alligator, and I can make some
you're
fine
not
boots
here,
out of it.
so you can stay
No,
there.
we walked over. We all walked over. We got into this conversation.
This conversation has been going on a while, and we have been getting loud.
Who the hell are the rest of you guys? Wait a
The
minute.
rest of my party.
We're Deg's friends.
They're my followers.
Would
What's
you like
with the
to?
bird
Would you like
guy?
to join our party?
Would you like to join my flock?
Don't listen to him. He's a little loose.
I'm afraid his one follower got pulled into the ground earlier today.
That's right. You
need to
lost
find-
your only
You
follower.
guys
We still need to find him.
He had a
And-
follower. What kind of? I mean,
You
like,
did.
I mean, technically, he was my second follower, but
You
It was a
said you're
goblin with
familiar
brain
goblins,
damage.
right? Yes.
I,
He also used a pistol, though, so be careful with that thing. You never know what's gonna happen.
hey, don't make fun of goblins, man. I grew up around them. They're the best salt of the earth, man.
they're good
I love
people,
them.
right?
They are. They're the best.
All right. If you're interested, you can join us. We're doing some exploring nearby. And
So what's my cut? What's my cut? I need cut.
you get it? You get. We all split it evenly, so we're all good.
10%.
No.
Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure she knows math, but I'm not absolutely
Hold on,
sure.
let me look at her intelligence.
I was about
Plus-
to say.
plus 0, so
Oh, really?
I'm not so sure.
I'm
We'll
like,
give you 10 and the alligator 3.
What? Mm,
Well, Albert
I
might be able
didn't.
to eat some of our victims along the way. We are
Oh, he-
destroying. Sorry.
Hey, Albert can fight.
Victims
good in
is
a
such a
battle.
bad word.
No, victims is not a bad word. And Albert's good in a fight. He can take
Incidental
them and he can
casualties.
roll.
there you go.
Well,
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. The point still stands. You're dead broke, and I'm willing to spot you some money, but I'm going to require you to come and possibly be my meat shield tomorrow as we continue to clear out a place up on the hill.
wait a second. She's you have a pistol, right?
Yeah, see?
Right. Do you have lots of armor on? I'm looking at
No,
what is she wearing?
Leather.
Just leather?
Yeah, why don't you? I don't know if you've described yourself. Can you go ahead
Yeah,
and give
can
a
you do
description
that?
of yourself?
'Cause I-
Okay, so she's just wearing leather armor, no shield. You know, she kind of looks like she just came out of the swamp. So,
Does she smell that way too?
no, she does not smell like she just came out of the swamp. But, you know, she's got a little. But she does. The only weapons you can see on her is like a dagger at her side, and then this dagger pistol kind of thing that you see. You don't see any other weapons on her.
Okay. So
So,
you know how to shoot things.
I do.
And your little buddy there can eat things.
He can.
All right.
He can also be eaten.
Seems like a 2-for-1 deal.
No, he
I think
can't.
we're getting a bargain here.
Yeah, it really does. You know, if we just lost some cat lady who was with us, and she wasn't really useful at all. So you know,
My Albert could have probably ate her up.
Actually, we
He
lost
likes
2 of
cat
our
ladies.
friends, right? I mean, one guy got sucked into the ground.
Pathfinder is dangerous.
Yes. If you join us, you'll be facing danger.
And I'll pay for your room tonight.
I like that one. The room. I need a room for the night. And the danger doesn't scare me.
Well,
I laugh in the face of danger.
She knows we're dangerous.
There you go.
Yeah,
all
okay.
right.
So two things. First of all, when boy, I just took your card down so I could see what it was. So it just went away. When Flora said, hey, I'm dead broke, I thought that somebody was going to say, I'm going to check on that. I'm going to just see if she's lying to me or not. Because I thought she was lying. And then I went and looked at her character sheet. She's not.
Well, at least I'm not the only one broke now.
Right. And then, what was the second thing? There was another thing I was going to ask you about her. I can't remember.
And the private room for 2 is 8 silver per day.
Wow.
2?
That's what it says on there.
It's
that
the
same table that
honeymoon
has-
suite.
That same table
Oh,
that
the-
has the alcohol on it shows the meals and lodging prices.
And how much? It says private room is 8 silver per day.
Yeah,
That sounds like one room.
it is 1 room. Private room for 2.
Oh, private room for
Holds
2
2.
is 8 silver. Wow.
That is
I was
highway
gonna give you
robbery.
guys such a deal.
That's the honeymoon suite.
Don't forget that she also has to pay the money for possible damages. So she's going to owe us like 2 gold pieces at the end of this.
Albert is not going to damage anything. I don't know what you guys think.
You hear
Does
No,
the increase
no.
in cost change our plans for getting rooms rather than individual beds?
We're just going to get individual beds, and she's going to get the room.
Yep.
So you guys are going to be paying 1 silver
Right.
each. She's going to be paying 8 silver.
Yep.
Why do I need a room?
Plus a security deposit.
They won't
Plus
let you
security
stay in
deposit.
the bunk room.
Yeah, they won't let you stay in the
No,
in
they'll
the-
let you stay in it. Albert cannot.
Right. Albert would have to go somewhere
Well,
else.
What
unless
about
they
the
offer-
stables?
Unless they have stable services is also on the table for 2
I mean, I'll just
Only
sleep in the
2
stables
copper?
with Albert.
Oh my god.
I can afford that.
All right, listen. I don't think that the horses in the stable are going to be happy with an alligator in the stable also.
I mean, if she had her own stall, it may not be that bad.
And she does have to pay a security deposit.
Okay, I'm going to give
Not
you
enough with the security
She
deposit.
can have a private stable.
a private stable for 2 silver pieces. How's that?
I don't have 2 silver pieces.
But
Plus
I
security-
can-
plus
We're
security
back
deposit.
to us paying for you.
Here, I'm going to take the security deposit away in the stable because you can't break anything inside of the private stable.
You
Except
could
for the
kill a
horses.
horse.
Back up. 4 silver pieces total. Who's paying for her?
He's
I'll
a
pay for
baby
her.
alligator.
Okay. All right. So
You
Dag
can't
is
kill a
taking
horse.
money out of his. Is everybody else paying? Or are you guys using all this out of your group fund?
So I will pay for Flora's stuff out of my personal funds, and then I'll pay for the other 4 beds out of our group fund.
Yay.
And then I'm going to buy myself a square meal for 3 coppers.
Can we have the
I'm
meals come out of the
I'm
fund
including
too?
the meals with the
Good.
staying.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just including the meals with that
Thank goodness. Because otherwise I'm starving.
for this. I know.
Mhm.
I know. When you guys start paying for nicer rooms, I'm gonna start charging you for food. But right now you're getting the base stuff, and it's just.
And I'm assuming there's like mice in the stables. Albert will just do that.
There's
That's
always mice in the
that's the
stable.
meal that comes included with the room.
Yes,
Exactly.
it comes included.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you guys doing anything else tonight? Yes. No.
I gotta clean
After
my
we
gun.
eat, I'll go back into wherever we're staying, look at what I accidentally acquired from my friend, and then hide it someplace
Okay.
on me.
All right. So you had a chance to get it. You got it. Now we're gonna roll as to what you got. So let's roll a. Let's say it's out of 100. All right. So I want you to roll a percentage. Roll 100. A D100.
All right, hold on one sec. 5.
So you see, even rich people have like a fake bag that they put on them that's got what looks like stuff in it. He had a total of 10 copper pieces in the bag.
I thought you were going to
All
say
right.
you got a rock.
Well, it's still going to be coin. It's still going to jingle and jangle. So you thought you would have gotten something, but that's his secret. That's his, hey, look, pick this out of my pocket. And you did.
Now,
Okay.
not me being bitter or anything, but will he get a knock on the door in the morning with a summons to court because he pickpocketed without
I have no
Just-
idea what you're talking about.
just
They don't have
Just
guilds
saying.
here. We're good.
No idea what you're talking about.
just a little
Well,
bitter.
I'm going to take that little bag that I stole from him, and after I take the coppers out, stash it on somebody else that's sleeping in the barracks.
Okay. All right. All right. So this is the last thing you guys are doing tonight? Like
Yep.
it's bedtime time?
I was
Or not?
wondering if I could stay up a little bit, buy a couple of drinks, and talk to Brelda for a while.
Absolutely. So what is everyone else? So I know that Stericus is going to stash that and go to bed, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Flora?
Flora has to clean her gun, and she has to clean her gun every night, and she will be giving Albert belly rubs.
Okay. Gun and belly rubs. Aldor?
All right, I'm going to go up to our room, and I am going to try and heal myself for the remaining, my remaining. I'm going to try to treat wounds on myself.
Okay.
+3. So that's a 15 on the die. Plus the DC is 15, so that gives me 2d6 healing. Treat wounds.
All right.
Sorry, I'm
Why,
just
why
looking
are
it
all
up.
the? I see a lot of dice rolling.
That's Patrick's.
I wanted to
fault.
see if the D100 actually went above 5.
Gotcha. It does. All right. So Ian is taking care of what is happening with Aldor.
Yes, yes.
Stericus.
And then I'm going. And then I'm going to go to bed.
Gotcha. Okay, Stericus, roll your. We're going to lower the DC because the people are sleeping. You're just trying to stash the bag on them. So roll your same thing, just like you're stealing, but you're anti-stealing.
Okay. 10.
I mean, yeah, you got it there.
Okay.
It's not the best job you ever did. You tried to stick it underneath somebody, and they kind of rolled over while you did it. So it's kind of like halfway sticking out. But yeah, you're fine. It's fine.
That's even better. When the
That's
guy comes
right.
looking for it, he's right there.
There you go. Okay, and then who am I missing here? Hulbrick, what are you doing?
Is anybody injured besides me?
Not
I am
me.
still a little bit. I still have 5 health missing.
Okay. Can I retry my healing?
Once you've
wounds?
The treat wounds.
once you've done treat wounds on somebody,
It's an hour,
is
right?
1 hour. It's a 1 hour that you before you can do it again.
all right, but it takes a little while to do it, right?
No.
Takes
It
10
takes 10.
minutes.
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. So if you guys wanted to, like,
It takes 10 minutes, or you can take an hour, or you can extend the success to an hour to double the healing.
right. So do you? Okay, why don't we just have him? You want to talk to
Brelda.
Brelda first, and then do that healing afterwards?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Were you going to do anything else?
I was gonna heal myself as well.
Yeah. You go ahead and do that.
Okay. Uh, 22. So I definitely made it.
Yeah, it's a success.
And
2d8.
what is it? 2d8.
Yeah, 2d8.
7.
If that's not enough, just say you're doing it for an hour, and then you do 4.
Yeah. Okay. I got 9 hit points back,
All right.
and I'm full.
Okay. All right. So so it looks like everyone's gone to bed. The place is kind of cleared out. There's a couple of people that are kind of like regulars, kind of hanging out there, and it is now just Deg and Brelda.
Hey, brother, I can't help but notice last night and tonight that you seem a bit down. Is there anything going on?
You hear one of the guys is in the corner is like, "Leave it alone."
Would you like me to leave it alone, brother?
Oh, Tom, just stop. It's fine. He's new here, Tom. You see, my son, about a year ago, there was a hooded stranger here in town, and my son left with him, and I haven't seen him since. I've looked everywhere, but I can't find him. He's gone. He's gone. Yeah.
Do you know anything else about this hooded stranger other than he was hooded and a stranger?
Well, I mean, my son his name is Lazda, or it was Lazda. No, it is Lazda. It is. I know he's still alive. He's got a red beard, and no, there's people that come and go in the town, and he's a good boy. He's a good boy, but there was strange things going on. I'm just afraid something may have happened to him.
You said there were strange things going on? What
Well,
sorts of strange things?
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, there's sometimes people thought that maybe there was some kind of like like a werewolf. I don't know. I don't believe in werewolves. But people thought there was a werewolf that was running around. And then this stranger came, and my son left with him. And I'm sure that the stranger was not the werewolf, but there was a werewolf. We thought there was a werewolf, and now there's no werewolf around here. But my son is gone, so maybe he's with the werewolf. I'm not sure.
Is it possible your son was the werewolf?
I know that my son was not the werewolf.
That's fair. I'm not saying that as a condemnation or judgment or anything. I just know that sometimes things happen. We just aren't always sure how it could happen or what might happen, but just was curious. I'm really sorry to hear that about your son.
Why don't you roll a diplomacy check? Once I find her stat sheet.
That's a total of an 8.
Oh boy.
I was at 2 on the dice.
Yeah. I've got it right here, right in front of me. I think I did it correctly. Wow. Yeah. I think it's about time that kind of wrap this up. I'm gonna go close up everything. So, yeah.
Fair enough. I hope you have a good evening,
Mm-hmm.
Brilda, and I appreciate your time and I appreciate you sharing this hard news with me.
Gotcha. She turns and walks away.
All right, I go to bed.
Okay. You feel her attitude towards you shifted dramatically when you said, "Do you think your son could have been the werewolf?" I just want to let you know, I'm not judging. Actually, I am judging. But that's my job. My job is to judge. But okay, so you go to bed. Everyone, I think, has done everything. Wait, Halbrook, you were going to do your 1 hour heal or whatever on Deg.
Sure.
And just for those curious, the long rest overnight, you will automatically heal your Constitution modifier multiplied by your level, which in our case is level 1. So I would heal normally myself. Aldor would heal 1 hit point for a sleep.
Same.
Okay. All right, so Halbrook, how much
I
did
rolled
you?
a
How much healing?
17.
That's a success.
That's a success. And only got 4 points of hit points back. Sorry.
If you spend
No,
an
it's fine.
hour, you double
Well,
that's 8.
Oh,
I will
okay.
be
It's 8.
1 down, so an overnight rest will heal me up to full.
Oh, good.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are now. Is everyone now in the morning? Will everyone be healed up completely?
I am.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And
Okay.
I believe I get all my spell slots back. Yes.
Okay, yeah. And now for spell, they do all come back immediately, right? Spell slots.
Yes.
All right. And let me ask one question. So, like I said, we're learning Pathfinder here. Do you get to change, like Halbrick? You have spells that you can choose from, correct?
Correct. He's a prepared spellcaster, or are you a spontaneous? I believe you're prepared.
I just picked my spells. I didn't look into that at all. Sorry. I don't know.
You're going to have to look into your character here.
Yep.
So it says for him, cultist, sorcerer, where would it say whether he's prepared or not? Tengu. I'm trying to figure out
divine spellcasting.
where it would say it. Does anyone have any idea where it would say it?
I'm just looking at his.
I was just looking at sorcerer.
According to Reddit, a cleric is a prepared. Clerics,
Right.
druids,
Yeah,
and wizards are prepared.
Right.
And then spontaneous are bards and sorcerer, and then champions do their own thing.
Right. Yeah. So you get to prepare every day whatever spells you want for the day, and he can cast it amongst any spell that is any first level spell. Correct.
Wow.
Right, from his spell list, which is
from your spell list.
Right. But
Right.
you have to prepare the number of slots like you want a particular spell. So like if you
Right.
intend on using 2 heal slots, you need to prepare 2 heal spells in those
Right,
slots
and I
to
did
start the
that.
day.
Yeah, I did that. I did that, but I didn't know that I could repick it every day.
Yes,
Right. Every day you can repick it.
That's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you knew that.
No, I didn't,
All
and
right.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And then Aldor, you are
I'm a spontaneous spellcaster, which means my spell list stays the same. And
you can just
I
pick
just-
anything from your list whenever you want to cast it.
Of the correct
Correct.
level.
correct.
the
As
correct
long as
level, right.
I know the spells I know are the spells I know. I don't pick from a grand list. I get those spells when I learn those spells, and they stay the same.
Gotcha. Okay.
The purpose of prepared is I know less, but I have more spell slots per day to use those.
Gotcha.
And you have the versatility of being able to use whatever whenever.
Exactly.
Right.
I will, however, once we get to heightening and using spells at higher levels, I do need to learn a spell at a higher level as part of my entry. So when I get my bank of second level spells, if I want to know magic missile at second level, I need to learn. That takes up one of the slots of spells I know.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, cool. So it is, well, let's just fast forward to the next morning. I will tell you that Brelda is not exactly interacting with your group. She, yes, there's a little busboy that she's sending over your way to do whatever it is.
Jeez,
you guys
Dag,
can go ahead.
What did you say to her, Dag?
I
Jeez.
screwed up. I suggested that her son might potentially be a werewolf. Don't bring it up to her. Please don't. It's a sore subject.
Good. We won't.
Now, I will tell you from behind the screen kind of stuff, you roll it against their will DC. Her will DC is a 20,
Oh,
which means you critically failed.
nice.
So I just want you guys to understand how this works. When you're basically when you're talking to her, then this gives you a sort of a temporarily up or down on how she feels towards you, and this may change over time. It's not a permanent thing, but for right now, I think that the suggestion that her son could have been this evil werewolf, and then the roll kind of told the story.
Were you using the make an impression table for that? Or
Well,
like, was it
make
just
an
in general?
No, what they do
Uh,
on here, it lists everybody, and it says for everybody in there, and I can read it exactly for you, just so you can see exactly what it says in here. It says, diplomacy check to make an impression.
Okay, because under the make an impression action, it says it only lasts for the current social interaction.
Right.
But I suppose it's your discretion. So
Right. Yes.
it might
And
wear
that-
off
Critically
over time,
failed.
but-
She remembers you as the guy who insulted her son.
Yes, exactly.
I didn't
Right.
insult him. I've got nothing against werewolves.
I just don't
Some of my
understand
best friends are werewolves.
how she
Flora
can
made
judge.
racist comments against dwarves, and now you're calling her son a werewolf? I mean,
She-
we're
she-
just like
she's
chalking
judging
it up.
me. She's judging me and my choice of animal companion, and her son is a werewolf.
No. We don't know that. We don't know
Wait,
that.
you see her turn and look towards the table.
I just put my head down in my hand.
Well, it's time to be on our way for this fantastic day.
Okay, and just so you guys know, the table goes hostile, unfriendly, indifferent, friendly, helpful. So she was at the point of being friendly, and she dropped back to unfriendly. She did not drop back to hostile.
Yeah.
So there is a
But don't
chance
worry,
that we can bring her
Dag
back
will
up.
talk to her later.
You do not want to get kicked out of this
Yeah.
this inn.
What-
Question.
Yes.
I know the make an impression action on failure, nothing happens, and then on critical failure, you go down a step.
Well,
Is that
on
the
this-
same for that?
Let me just double check on here, because if I did it wrong, then I will. I had it make an impression. Oh, it's only one step. Oh, I didn't realize that failure was nothing.
So she's in
Critical failure is only down one step, so she's indifferent to you now.
Yeah, that's fair.
But now that Flora said something, I'm gonna push her down. I'm gonna push her down to unfriendly.
I think she might have put dirt in our food.
There's definitely dirt in your food.
I think it's from your stable.
Yeah, you hear.
It's that kind of dirt.
Okay, so it's about 9:30, 9:45. You guys have a meeting you're gonna go to.
Feel free to join. You don't have to if you would not like, but
You
I have a
want me to
meeting with the
bring?
mayor.
You want me to
I
bring
would
Albert?
love to see the mayor's office.
Albert and I would love to come.
Oh, let's try not to get us kicked out of town, please, both of you.
Yeah, I think it might be
You-
better if if
Actually,
just you were the
I-
only one that was invited to this meeting, right?
And I'll be honest, I don't do well with authority figures. I know that's hard to believe, but
I believe that we were invited as a group. However, 2 of you are new from that invitation, so I'm not sure how welcome you would be, especially since you weren't with us when we received this invitation.
You think the mayor would even notice?
Well, the mayor may not, but the guard that took our invitation, I'm sure would.
Right. So when you guys went up there, and I can't remember, we did a roll based on whether the mayor was going to want to even talk to you. And I remember the roll was successful for you guys, and of course the mayor wants to talk. But you were talking to the guard. You were not actually talking to the mayor. Also,
yeah.
For Stericus' point of view, it was, and just so I'm sure you guys would tell him, it wasn't the mayor's office. It was his house that you guys were at.
Even better.
Right.
I'd love to see it.
There you
I
go.
It is a mansion on the top of the hill. I'm sure you have seen it, but I'm sure you'd like to see the inside too.
Oh, yes, I'll go as your trusty
inside.
bodyguard. I will not say anything, I promise.
Just
I'll
don't be
keep my mouth.
guarding my body too closely. I know how you can use your hands with a certain effect.
I don't swing that way. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys go out and you can see up on the hill. You see the mayor's house, and you guys make your way up there. Is it the same guard? Of course, it's the same guard. Same guard's there. Hello, citizens. Please state your business.
Hello, sir. My name is Dag. We have an appointment with the mayor at 10.
Yes, citizens. The mayor is expecting you. Please come this way.
Lovely.
He's going to walk you into the manor.
And we
house.
all go in, or
I definitely do.
You guys can all go in.
okay?
Mhm.
Yeah. There's like a sitting room, like when you come in, and so you're not being led like into the house and walking through. You do see like some children that are running around here and there, like in the yard. You see some serving people that are going around. It's not like an opulent mansion, but he obviously does well. All right. You go in, they sit you down in the sitting room, and pretty soon the mayor Osef Menhemez arrives. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you his picture because I can do things like that because I know how to use this program. And once I go down here to the bottom, where is he? There we go. And I can show it to the players. And this is, show to everyone. Yes. All right. This is Osef Menhemez. And
Saddest
he is
town.
sort of a dark skinned chap. He's got dark and gray hair. He's got a beard that's sort of, dark and gray also. And he says, "Welcome to Otari."
Thank you, Asif. My name is Dag. This is my party.
Oh,
I'll go
please.
through and introduce each of them.
Yes,
Halbert,
yes.
Flora, Aldor, and Stericus.
And Albert.
And Albert. How could I forget your alligator?
Let me see. Why don't
Is the guard
Flora.
with us?
Yes.
Flora, why don't you roll a diplomacy check for Albert?
Okay. Let's see.
Right?
Albert eats one of the small children, and the diplomacy does not go well.
Does Albert have stats?
He
Mhm.
does. I
Okay.
don't see diplomacy for him.
Probably he's not trained in it.
No. What stat does diplomacy go on?
It's charisma.
It's
Yes,
charisma.
charisma. Yeah, it's totally charisma.
Okay.
I'm sure he's highly charismatic.
Oh yeah.
He's very charismatic.
What is his?
It's a 10. Yeah.
Okay. So Albert is okay.
Mhm.
Like he's been in buildings before with you. He's
Yeah.
okay. He's not like actively chomping at people. He is side eyeing a lot of people, especially since he's an alligator. That's what they do. He is side eyeing people as they go by. You do see when one of the children goes by, it does appear that he almost licked his little lips, but you're not really sure about that. Yes.
Albert,
So
stop it, Albert.
so Asif is, yes, I was told yesterday that we had some people that wish to speak about the history of Otari, and while we don't have a vast historical library, I do know some of the history. What can I do for you?
Yes, we were specifically wondering about the lighthouse on the hill to the northwest of the town and the Rose Guard's history with it. I understand that you are a descendant of the Rose Guard.
Yes, Asephina Menhemes is my great, 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 great. He goes on for a little while. Grandfather, actually, very brave soul. They came here. It's a little fuzzy back in time for what happened. Apparently, there was some sort of evil in the vicinity. Could have been out there at the, at the Gauntlet area, but whatever. It was taken care of hundreds of years ago. The Rose Guard, 3 of the 4 survived, made it out alive, and they came
There
here.
were 4 Rose Guard.
There was
so
4.
It wasn't like a large organization. It was just a party of 4.
This was kind of a adventuring party. Yes. My great, he keeps on going on. Grandfather was the healer. Sorry, grandmother was the healer of that party. She was the healer of that party. Of course, I said she right from the beginning. Yes, she was the healer of that party. Yes, but the rest, whatever happened, it's a lot of it is lost in time. The keep has been out there for centuries, and she was one of the 3 that made it out alive.
So do you know the names of the other 2?
Well, yes, there was Vol Rajani. I will go ahead. Well, I'll spell it for you later. Vol Vajani. That was the party's fighter.
Did you say Vulva Johnny?
Vol. VOL.
That's a hell of a nickname.
And Zarmavdian, who was the group's wizard. They all made it out alive, and they came here to this beautiful little area, and they saw that one day the trees in the forest could give us life, and we could start our big our lumber industry, and we could go ahead and make a lot of money selling lumber around the world. So yes.
Do you have any record of the Rose Guard's exploits other than what you've passed here?
No, that's all lost to history. When they really kind of kept a low profile afterwards. Once they founded the town, they really kind of retired after that, and they went into business. So there really wasn't much after that. I don't know what happened before. I'm sure that they were brave lads before that, and lassies.
Well, I'm sure, and I know, having worked in business myself, it can be quite lucrative.
Yes.
This Vol and Zarmavdian, I know you are, of course, Asephna's descendant, but do you know any descendants of them?
Oh no, they've been. your GM can't remember right off the top of his head. I'm sure that there is somebody around. I think that there is somebody here in town that is, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head. So I think there is, but I will get back
Sounds
to you
like
on
a
that information.
retcon in our future.
I will get back. Yes, he tells you that he knows or doesn't know of it.
Okay.
He does tell you that. I don't think that there is a direct descent into one of the other ones in town, but I will double check on that.
Okay. Also, if you said that this is largely lost to time, so there's no written records, like even if we were to speak with Karltha and Mordamont and see if they might find something that probably not going to happen. Absalom may not have any records of this.
Oh, Absalom. That if there are records of their deeds before the founding of Otari, that is probably where they would exist.
Good to know. Jim, would I know if the Pathfinder Society existed that long ago?
I believe the answer to that question is yes, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, the answer to your question is, would you know? I would say yes, you would know, but Jim doesn't remember off the top of his head. I think the Pathfinder Society has been around for basically ever, but I will double check on that.
Okay, cool. I don't have an answer either. I was just wondering.
All
Okay.
right. And I mean, I know that I'm sure that you meant to ask the question, but like I said, there was a fourth member.
Yes, I was going to ask. Did you know the name of the fourth member?
Well, of course. It was the group's rogue. His name was Otari Ilvashti. And that's where we're going to go ahead and end tonight because there's no other really good spot to end. I don't know where we're going to go, but I had to end it somewhere, and we're at a time spot right now. Yeah, and I usually get this like really dun 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 moment, and I can't do it tonight. I am sorry. We're gonna whatever app you're listening to us on, follow us and please leave us a rating and review, hopefully 5-star. We'd like to let you know we are an affiliate for FanRoll. If you go to our Discord server on our Linktree, which is linktree/sometimes YOU crit, we have links to their site. If you use the code sometimes Y10, you get 10% off of your purchase. Follow us on Instagram. I know that Rebecca is starting kicking off Instagram. We got some videos and stuff on there, so she's going to be the person doing that. I'm still working on Twitter, and I hate it, but I'm trying. And Discord, we've got links everywhere in our show notes. If you want to support our efforts monetarily, please join us on Patreon. Membership starts as low as $3 a month, and you would help us keep doing what we love. That's all we have tonight. Have a great evening. We will see you here next week. And remember, sometimes you crit. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hi.
Okay, so no one's watching,
All right.
right? Is anyone watching?
No,
We had one, but I don't
we
know
had
if
one.
he's
We had
good.
a new guy pop in the chat for a while. But
Oh, were you guys talking to him?
yep.
Yeah,
He said
try.
hello.
All right. Hey, new guy. Hopefully you followed us.
He's already gone.
Okay. So I'm sorry. We talked so long beforehand, and then when we got back into town, like there was just a lot of like talking, and there's nothing I could do about getting to a spot within a normalish time. So,
Fair enough.
um,
Do you want me to
okay.
transition, or you want to?
Yeah, if you want to transition,
Yeah,
and then we'll take
We'll take a
10
break. We'll
minutes.
be back in.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
I'm just cleaning up all the stuff that on my end. I've got everything downloaded from the last one. I've got the bots back started. We're back to start the second session. Yeah. All right. So we have everybody back now.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like. All right. Yeah, we can just start if you want to. Anyone know anything they did wrong? Nobody did anything wrong, right? All we did was talk.
I called the bartender's son a werewolf.
We are going to discuss that.
Mark, you can close the. Oh no, I was gonna say you can close the picture of the mayor that's open in Roll20 if you want, but
Oh,
actually, I can't do it. Oh, I can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I do is when I open it, I just click show to everyone, and it
it
allows you guys to go back and open it if you want to. But
Yep.
right, it does open the journal page on our windows. It forces that to our screen.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we can close it then at that point. But
yeah, but you can always go back to your journal and you can always open it.
yes, we have the journals with all the
right
handouts that you're showing us.
All right. Good. Okay. We ready to go?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. You know what? Before we do this, what are you guys' plans?
What?
Are you guys planning on like finishing up talking to him and heading back out to the keep or what?
I think so, depending on what the mayor tells us, right?
Yeah,
So-
we need to find out about those rocks around the water.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask him about the pond that we walked by with the standing stones and the candles last night. And
Yep.
then since we found out that if anywhere has info on the Rose Guard, then Absalom would, I'd like to stop by Rin's place and see if we can send a messenger for information to the Pathfinder Society there.
Was there side questy stuff to do with Brelda's son, or did we just burn that bridge when you pissed her off?
If we find a werewolf and kill it, we'll see if it turns into her son.
I was also going to talk to the mayor about that. Yeah.
There's a lot of things like, and if you guys are taking notes, that's a good thing. If anyone's taking notes, it's a good thing. So there's a lot of things that I will like drop out of there. So there's stuff that could happen in town. There's stuff that could be associated with the dungeon. There's a lot of different things that I say. So just keep track of what I say, and then when you'll see it, it'll be like, oh, let's say if we run into a level of the dungeon and there's a werewolf on that level, then you guys are probably going to say we forgot everything about it. But Cole will put two and two together, and he's going to say, hey, remember when? So there's things I'm dropping.
I'm
make
doing
sense?
my best to take notes, I promise.
Yes.
Jim, you may want to move us in Roll20 to the Otari map just so we're not staring at this dungeon during the podcast. Or just
Didn't I move you to the Otari?
No.
Nope.
No.
We've been
Oh my
in the,
gosh!
we haven't-
Somebody say that. I'm so sorry.
It didn't occur to it occurred to me till like halfway through, and we're like, oh, we're already here.
I moved me there. I'm sitting there looking at the map. I'm looking around on the map, and you guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I keep on forgetting to drag that, the little banner onto it.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. All right, we ready to go? I feel like such an idiot. All right.
I'm impressed by how fast you picked this up. I mean,
Picked what up?
learning this Pathfinder. I mean, you're basically drinking out of a fire hose.
Well, no, I'm not, because half of it's going down Ian's throat. And then that's why I keep on saying, can somebody find? Can somebody find? Can somebody find? Because I just can't open another tab. My computer will explode. And so far, out of all the tabs I've opened, I have used one of them to look up the make an impression. That's okay.
But I since Ian is our resident Pathfinder expert,
Don't call me an expert, but sure.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
phone a friend when you need to. Just don't put it all on yourself.
Totally.
Yeah, that's why. Like, I know that Patrick's been like, when I like, if Patrick wanted to go and say, I want to buy a drink for somebody, I say, yeah, we'll figure out the price later. Can you look that up for me? That'll be you guys. So, I'll try and kind of point it out to the person who's asking about it, and then you can just kind of look it up and just tell me what it is later. We can just take the money off. It's not a big deal either way. I'm good with that. Okay, here we go. Last run. Hopefully, we'll get to kill something. Or something
Episode
will kill
8.
you.
Episode
Yep,
8.
episode 8. Yep.
Actually, I'd
All right, here
rather.
we go.
I'm kind of gun shy now that we almost TPK'd. I'm like,
Oh, I want to fight with
I'm
my new
afraid to go
character.
in.
Just if we get into a fight, Mark, just please try and hit it. Don't.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're all wiped out, I will put a candle on the pond for you.
Just floated out into the pond. So remember, generally speaking, the way this whole adventure is written out for what do you call it? For level advancement. What's the word I'm looking for? Not going by
Milestone.
milestone advancement is basically clearing out each level gets you to another level. You know, you can have a room or two open or whatever, but you know, mostly filling it out. This one is pretty much that too. So remember, you still have the tower. You still have the room that was off to the right when you initially walked in, or the area off to the right that you don't know anything about. You've got that little space in between that you guys decided to run from. And then you've got the outdoors area where Patrick's character came from. There was that little boathouse, and then there's another little thing on like a little island across from it. So everything is available. Like if you guys say, like before, and I should have really mentioned it before Patrick got here, when you guys went in there and you found that that big frog that was cut in half, and Mika thought that a dragon bit it in half, and I told you there was a big hole in the wall. You could have walked through the hole in the wall.
Right.
Like you could have gone outside. If you can go, you can. So don't be shy about, oh, we've got to stay inside the dungeon. Like if you want to try and walk around the place, you can walk around the place. It's just, you know, it's up to
Hint,
you.
hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No. I'm just saying that there's stuff. there's stuff in this dungeon. You really do want to clean this dungeon out because there's a lot of stuff in here. And I think because like as you guys are finding out, finding healing potions, you're going to find healing potions in here.
That's
Don't
good.
hold
Really
on
need
to them.
We'll need them.
Yeah, don't hold on to them and say, well, maybe
Yeah.
I won't die too much. Like use your freaking healing potions. There'll be
Speaking of,
more.
we should probably think about purchasing.
You could do some purchasing in town too. If somebody could look up how much like healing
I
potions
think a standard healing potion. I think we figured out it's 5 gold pieces. I will tell you though.
Yeah, no, you can look
Okay,
it up.
money
You look it up while we
bags.
get started, okay? And when it comes to that time, if you go to buy it, we'll look at it.
4 gold pieces for a minor healing potion.
Okay. And I've got the place for you. Somewhere in town. I can't remember exactly where it is, but we will zip to it.
Probably the
Buy some.
market.
Yeah,
area
let's say
has
it's in the
somebody.
market. Let's call it the market. There'll be a little
Have we
stand there.
started yet?
You've started, right?
No, I've started, but we haven't
Yeah,
started
that's
our
right.
podcast.
We're just talking.
No, we're just
Yeah,
chatting.
no,
Just
no,
talking.
we haven't.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that a
he hasn't said
baseball
happy-
field on the town map?
Haven't said happy Friday yet.
Is there a baseball field on the town map? It's
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
My guess is that is where Flora and Albert slept.
it does kind of look like a baseball field, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a baseball field.
Yeah, we don't see the
Okay.
we see the key, but we don't see the number, so we don't know what that is.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. As long as you don't see the numbers, it's good. Although it really doesn't matter for most of it. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Happy Friday. Welcome to Sometimes You Crit, a TTRPG real play podcast. We are here for the 8th episode of our Pathfinder 2E adventure path, Abomination Vaults. We're a group of longtime D&D players learning a new system and probably making mistakes along the way. I should probably change probably to making mistakes. I should just take that out because we do all the time. Mostly me. My name is Jim, and I am your game master. I'd like to introduce you to all of our players. First up, we have Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Great. Who's your character? Tell us.
Well, I got a
Quick.
cleric.
You got a cleric. Mark is a man of few words. I know that. Okay, then we have Rebecca.
I'm Rebecca, and I play Flora, the half-elf ranger, and her little pal, Albert, the alligator.
Albert the alligator has joined the party. So for those of you from Florida, That looks sad, but I can't do it here with
Yeah.
It looks great. I'm sure our podcast listeners are loving what they're seeing.
The podcast listeners are loving listening to me do the alligator chomp for a team that's been terrible for the last half a decade. Next up, let's go with Cole. How you doing, Cole?
Hey, Jim. My name's Cole, and I play Dag Colgut.
Okay. Then we have Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I play the sorcerer named Aldor Hollerock, who's a Tengu, and he thinks he's a god.
There you go. And finally, we have Patrick. How you doing, Patrick?
I'm good, Jim. I play the human rogue who has kleptomania.
I mean, a little. Okay, so we usually talk about mistakes. I don't think that there was a lot of mistakes because we really didn't it was a lot of talking. So I don't think we made mistakes in talking, except for me. My mistake in talking was not expecting Cole to ask me bizarre questions and then immediately knowing the answer to them. So I've looked up the answers to his questions, and we can go ahead and we're going to. I will say that the Pathfinder Society, the events that happened in the Gauntlet area with the Rose Guard predated the Pathfinder Society. So their stuff would not be in Absalom. All right, the Pathfinder Society would not have any record of it.
Well,
okay, Cole?
I mean, we don't necessarily know that. Just because it hasn't existed yet doesn't mean it doesn't hold tales of older groups.
Let me back that up. You know that the Pathfinder Society, or he told you, Osef told you, the mayor, that the events that happened here were about 500 years ago, and you know that the Pathfinder Society was formed around 400 years ago. So, right. I'm just saying from the Pathfinder Society point of view, it happened beforehand. They can definitely have records of something that happened before them.
Cool.
All right. And the final question was about somebody else that could possibly be a descendant. And I said, I think there is, and I wasn't sure. We'll bring that back up inside the show. Anything else that you guys want to talk about for that?
I called a dwarven woman's son a werewolf.
Oh my God. Yes.
Well, I didn't call him a werewolf. I brought up that he might be. They saw this werewolf. He left town. There was no more werewolf. 2 + 2.
Yeah. So, right. So you did insult the poor grieving mother.
How is that insulting? I mean, a werewolf is a serious affliction.
How is that not insulting?
I don't know. I guess if I said,
possible that your
"Hey,
son was eating other people in the town?
Are you sure your son didn't have leprosy? I mean, that's like the equivalent from what I'm going. It's not like he has control over this thing.
Yes, but lepers don't usually eat other people.
I mean,
was your son a cannibal?
Was your son a cannibal in a previous life? Yeah, so I would say that is probably, that's even worse than what I did. Yeah, so she was a friendly individual to you. Now she has moved down the chart to indifferent. So she's like, meh.
And then didn't she go unfriendly because somebody with an alligator decided to make a few comments?
True. Then an alligator lady did say something about a werewolf, and that kind of dropped her back down. So she is currently unfriendly to the party.
I just didn't know how somebody with a werewolf, somebody who had possibly have a werewolf for a son, could judge me for having an alligator for a pet.
We don't know that her son was a werewolf. I mean, it could have been the hooded kid.
I mean, I just felt like she's kind of judgy.
I feel
judgy.
Like that's what she was kind of trying to get across to you, that there was a werewolf. Then my son left with somebody with a hood on, and then the werewolf attack stopped. I thought I was giving you 2 and 2 is 4. You were doing calculus. So,
well, I didn't know that. For all I know, the hooded figure could have been somebody like, I can help you. Let's go somewhere and figure it out.
The funny thing is you don't know.
That part wasn't conveyed to me.
I don't know.
That was vague.
The hooded guy wants
not
to take
conveyed,
you on a
right.
side
Yeah,
quest.
it was not conveyed to
Yes.
me.
And there are literally, and I will tell you this, inside of this this book, you will see stuff inside here as you're going through, like room to room to room, and there is literally parts that say side quest. Like there is pop outs that say side quest. And it says, oh, this person could tell you, like, here's a side quest right here on this page. So this person can give you information. They could want you to do this, and it's one of those things like, oh, I may throw it out at you, I may not, but if I do, it doesn't mean you have to do it. It just means it's a thing. All right. Also, oh, here's the big thing. Nobody told me that I didn't switch over to the Atari map. So thanks a lot, guys. We're on the Atari map now, so that we can be here for 3 minutes and go back to the dungeon and put it back on there. Okay. Yeah. So you guys were talking to the mayor. He just dropped the bump, bump, bump. Well, it really wasn't a bump, 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 but I had to stop somewhere. And you found out that the person from the Rose Guard that was left inside of the dungeon, that they believe fell inside the dungeon, was Otari Ilvashti, and that, of course, is how they named the town Otari. You are talking to the mayor. No one has insulted him yet. The alligator has been neutral.
Give us a minute.
Is there anything worth stealing in this place?
I said
There we
yet.
go.
Here we go. Here we go.
I said yet. We will come back to that. Okay. I mean, like I said, you're in a sitting room. You know, there doesn't look like there's anything that's expensive. He doesn't have like expensive
Artwork, silver candelabras.
No,
no,
no, not in the room that you're in. Nothing worth. I mean, you know, everything has a value. There may be like a little.
So if I can get
peak.
4 coppers out of something, then that'll buy me a meal.
Oh my God, we've got to get out of town and get you into a dungeon.
Can't take him
okay,
anywhere.
There you go. All right, so you guys are talking to the mayor. He just dropped that bomb on you, which wasn't really a bomb, but that's where we're at.
So, Jim, sorry, you mentioned that there was a descendant of one of the 4, right?
He says, hey, remember when I told you before I couldn't remember the name of the descendant? That's crazy. I should have remembered it. Because the smithy, Carmen Rajani. Carmen is the descendant of Vol. He's wanted my job for years. He's an ornery old man. Owns blades for glades. He's a smithy. You know, saws, axes, that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Sounds like someone we need to talk to.
Did you say blades for glades?
Blades for Glades is the name of it. And I will tell you where it's at on the map. I'm going to go ahead and if I can ping, I'm going to ping on the map where it is, sort of in the center part of town, center north, not too far from Rin.
so you want us to tell him to leave you alone?
No, I just am giving you, asked me if there was somebody there. I said, yeah, he wants my job.
So you want us to tell
don't know.
him to back off? It's your job, right?
No, I don't want you to do anything. I don't know you people. I'm just giving you some information. And my time is growing short. If you have one final question that you would like to ask.
Well, I have like 3, but if you can only answer 1. We walked by, when we were coming back into town last night, a pond outside the city with some standing stones and some candles. We were wondering what that was.
Yes, that is the. There's druids that have decided to camp out there. There's a bunch of standing stones out there around the pond, and they have decided that they were going to kind of move in and kind of do their worshiping out there. Pretty harmless, you know. I mean,
it depends who they're worshiping.
Right. Yeah, they're not really liked that much in town because, I mean, they had a guy that was kind of weird that was out there, and he disappeared about 5 years ago. Whatever. But he's no longer with them. But he gave the druids kind of a bad name, and the people of town don't really associate much with them. They kind of hang out there and do their thing, and we do our thing.
They sound like people I
And they're
should get to know,
nomads. They
maybe.
come and go.
It's like-
They change their numbers around here and there. So
Druids are usually pretty harmless. I don't understand what the problem is with them. So
well, yeah, it seems like they yeah. I mean, one of theirs was kind of
Evil?
murdered somebody in town, and kind
Ooh.
of
so
rubbed people the wrong way.
so you want us to handle that problem? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not asking you to handle any problems at all.
Also, if I apologize, I think
I don't
my
understand.
associate here is looking for a fight, which we can find for her, but not with the people you have mentioned, I'm sure.
Yes, well, we're a peaceful town here. We like to keep it that way. I just, I run for mayor every 4 years or whenever the mayoral election is. There'll be another one here soon, but right now, I've just been the mayor for many, many years, and I plan to keep that way for many, many more.
I'm just offering to help you keep the peace. I mean, I'm sorry if you're misunderstanding me. I'm just, fine.
So this has been fascinating speaking with you. I will. Look at the time. He's got nothing on his wrist, but he's looking down at his wrist. Anyways, look at the time. I'm gonna go ahead and have my my little my associates here take you out, and one of the guards comes in and says, "Oh, right this way, please." And they lead you out, and they lead you back on the other side of the gate and the fence, and they say, "Ta-ta for now."
Thank you, Asif. I appreciate your hospitality.
Okay. What is the plan?
I guess
there
back
any-
to the dungeon.
Well, is there
We can
anything
head
else
back-
anyone else needs to do before we go?
Dungeon.
We can
Wait.
head back to the dungeon. And we can stop at the pond on the way. Maybe. That's right.
Well, did
along
we
the
need to
road.
buy healing potions before we
Or
go?
did you wanna? Did you wanna?
No. Talk to Moneybags over there.
I gotta look at my inventory because we found out the healing potions are 4 gold pieces for minor.
Yep.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah,
We
that's
could
6 gold
buy one
pieces,
for the
but-
party.
I have enough gold to buy one.
Oh, so do I. But
All right, look who's like
Well, go ahead if you want to.
rich.
let's stop by the store and see if we can grab one.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are going to try and go to buy his healing potion, you said?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we can just go down into the market. The standard price, you're going to be able to find healing potions, all the general items like that. I think the healing potions would be a pretty general item. I think that we looked up, it was 4 gold pieces,
Yes.
right? For a potion of lesser healing.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Minor healing.
Minor
healing.
healing. Excuse me. All right, and how many hit points is that?
That's 1d8 for
1d8. Minor. Okay. And how many of them would you like to buy?
I want one.
I will also purchase 1.
Okay. So right now, everyone's purchasing with their own money, correct?
Right.
Okay.
When I say I'm buying 1, that means I'm buying
Gotcha.
1 with my
Yep.
own money.
And you guys are keeping track of your own money, so you guys just remove the money from there and add your healing potion to the list.
Okay.
Is there anything else anyone wants to buy?
I mean, I'm good.
I still have this potion labeled "Yum" from the previous session from the dungeon.
It's fine.
It's totally fine.
Totally fine.
Oh, I am
mean-
not giving that potion up. I'll be damned if we're not going to use that at some point.
It says it's yum. I mean,
You should have sent it on its way with Mika. You should have just put it in her backpack on the way out because she thought it was a healing potion.
You might need this along the
She
way.
knows it's a healing potion.
Right.
Yeah, she knows it's a healing potion. Okay, so you guys have purchased. That was the only 2 people that were buying anything.
Yeah.
All right. So Flora, you're not gonna. Oh wait, you don't have any money. Hullbreak. Oh,
Broke.
you have no money. Stericus bought Cole. Sorry, I just gave you the wrong name. Cole Gut.
Dag.
Deg.
Yes, there
Are
you
you
go.
buying
That
anything?
works. Probably not. But I
Okay.
would like to, if I could, send a messenger to Absalom to the Pathfinder Society for any records on the Rose Guard.
Okay, so we're looking for records of the Rose Guard, and you're looking for any and all information on the Rose Guard.
Yes. So, I mean, I'll probably include in the note like anything specific to the Gauntlet or the formation of or the founding of Otari.
Okay. Boy, price wise of this, I don't think it's going to be cheap.
I mean, is there like a normal mail system that's set up? Like, could I just send a letter between Otari and Absalom? Like, it doesn't
Pony
necessarily have to be a
Express?
specialized messenger.
Well, right, but sending somebody a letter is one thing. Having somebody research something is another.
That's
So
fair.
I'm sure that there's research time listed on one of those charts somewhere, and I don't know if anyone knows exactly where that is, but I would say that it would take probably a week of research to do it, and I don't know how they charge for research in Pathfinder. Let me see. I think I've got a little chart here. Let me see. Research.
There
Well, it
is
says
a
if we-
research on that same table where it says the pricing of beer and a room. You scroll down and it's all the services. There's a researcher level 1, 4 gold pieces per day. There's
Never mind.
dancers and spellcasters, and if you want to
Yeah.
hire a
As,
false,
as we
if
move
you'd
out
like
of the
to,
town,
if you'd like to hire a false witness, there's a price for that.
Right.
Nice.
So I would say that since this existed before the Pathfinder Society existed, that this would be what are the levels of research? You said it was
1 through 7. 7 is master, 1 is trained.
right. I would say that it would probably take at least level 2.
that's 6 gold per day.
I would say
I will-
level 2 a week.
I will keep my gold and not bother then.
Let's round
I-
it to 40. Let's round it to 40 gold.
Right. About that
Still-
40 gold.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, sending a letter or sending a message or whatever
Sure,
would
yeah.
not be that expensive. That'd be easy, but it's actually, first of all, finding somebody that wants to deal with you. And secondly, having them actually do the research.
I just
think would
wasn't
be-
sure if, since we are trying to become members of the Pathfinder Society, if they would support us in any way, or if they had their own researchers or anything like that. So,
God
I mean,
forbid.
you could always try, but I don't even know what it would look like, because if you just sent a letter and said, "Hey, I need this research done," I think that the first thing you would get is a letter back saying, "Okay, pay us this amount of money and we'll do it."
sure,
Like,
yeah,
So
that makes
not
sense.
just going to do the research, but it's a little bit more difficult. Like if you were able to walk in and talk to them, maybe different story.
And it might be also different if we were actually full-fledged members of the Pathfinder Society or had a
Correct.
reputation or anything like that. So
Correct. And
I think that's perfectly fair, and I
Okay.
think Deg would probably know that then.
oh,
and not
absolutely, yeah.
bother.
You wouldn't be bothering with this stuff. You know that. Okay. So anything else you guys are interested in?
Do we want to talk to the gentleman who
Now,
runs the smithy tonight?
I will tell you this: everything I'm telling you, like when you ask about a person or whatever, like the thing, this is not all stuff I'm saying that has to do with something now. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you stuff so that over the course of time, as you come back and forth, maybe something will pop up. Maybe you've heard something. Maybe something connects something else. So it's not. I'm not giving you like literal side quests you have to do right now. It's just things that are
On the
around
list.
and could. Yeah, it's
But
a
our
list.
characters don't necessarily know that.
Correct. No, absolutely.
And I mean, like I said, it's a party decision. Like we can go
Yep.
back to the
Yep.
vaults if you guys would prefer.
Yeah. What do you
That's
guys want to do?
Sure, let's go.
Push that off till later.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are
I
heading
mean, the mayor
back.
told us not to mess with him anyway, so
Well,
Well,
no, the
not
mayor,
like how Flora was implying.
yeah, she's like, so you want me to do this? Like, no, I'm not asking. I didn't deputize you. I'm not.
Let's
When
get him.
he kept telling us about these problems, I was like, do you want us to solve
Right.
these problems?
Right.
Well, I think if we're gonna walk past the little pond, we should at least check in with the druids and see. Oh, hey, what's going on here? You look interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Alright,
should.
Can I
hot
interest
stuff.
you in a new? Can I interest you in a new god? Maybe Have you heard of Elder Hollerock?
All right.
That's me.
What I'm and I'm gonna, because I can cut this back a little bit. What I'm trying to avoid is we did a lot of talking for one episode,
Uh huh.
and I'm trying to avoid a lot more talking that we can move like talking, exploring, fighting,
Okay.
A little more
talking
balance.
instead of. Yeah, I think if we do this,
All
it's
right,
going
we
to
can
turn into
skip-
a whole thing, and we're going to have 2 episodes of us talking.
We can skip into dungeon and explore the druids later.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, everything I'm giving you, there's a whole bunch of people, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and they give, like, when you go to somebody and you find something out, it doesn't mean that you have to do something about it, right? Then it's just something for eventually. All right. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah. All right. So you guys are going to head back out to the Gauntlet. Let me go ahead and I'm going to put you guys. If you guys could put yourselves, let's say, on the map, right in the initial main room, right? I'm pinging on it. Basically, the room when after you put your, and I'm going to throw up air quotes, bridge up, that you're going to be at. Now, Rebecca, I did not put your. Let me put your characters back on here so you can have access to them. Oh shoot! Come on. That's the one thing I love about Roll20. When I move people, and they don't move. All right.
I see
I'm just-
Albert.
You do?
Mm-hmm. I
Oh,
see
I
Flora
lost
too.
Albert.
I see Flora.
There she is. All right. So
She
can you
is.
move them both now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put them together.
Yep.
With the party. Okay, so you guys have moved back into the main room. So for those of you playing at home, you guys had explored the area to the left of you, the west of you. That's where you'd also found that secret door, right? You'd found the secret door. There is an unopened door straight ahead of you that looks like it could be attached to the actual tower itself. You have the door that you entered, that you went through, that you found the stairs going down. You found the small little triangular room, and then you found the chapel. So you know what is back over there. You had one little room that you had not explored, or you think there's at least one little room that you had not explored that was kind of off of the chapel, kind of in between you and the chapel. And then there is a door to the kind of the south area leading into whatever may be. So what would you guys like to do?
Well, do you guys want to do the tower? Or do you want to
Sure.
do the little
I'm
room?
good with the tower.
The tower
Let's
room.
do-
Yeah, that's the room to the north here with the.
That is a room to the north.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's go up at the tower. Maybe there's a good view where we can see what's going on. Maybe from there.
Okay. Let me just. I never know where you guys are going to go. I always guess.
So, Jim, you remember the routine where I'm going to listen and then unlock or
Listen,
open the
check for
door?
traps.
Yes.
Unlock, open door.
Yes. And
Did I miss anything?
Put
I
this
think
one
that was
thing
No,
on
normal.
that was it.
Ian, is there a way that I can drag the 2 tokens at the same time?
if
Yeah,
you
you
just
should be able
highlight
to.
them.
You should be able to highlight them both, selecting them both, and they should be.
Would I do like control?
Yeah, or shift. Shift is usually the way you
Shift.
control it.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So you guys come up to the door, and it's a sketchy looking door, right? I know that you're listening at it and all. You don't hear anything.
There's
It
no
looks
traps or.
Like, no, it looks like if you just lean up against the door, you're going to kind of break it open.
All right. Well, can I gently open it so it doesn't blow up and make a bunch of noise?
Um, it's going to make a little bit of noise because it's not going to be something that just opens. It's not like the hinges have rusted off. You're going to press it open. It's going to kind of crumble-ish as you coming in.
Okay.
You can do
Well,
it as quietly as you can, but
all right. Well, let's do that then.
all right. So you guys are going to push your way through this door. Let me go ahead. I'm going to move the door out of the way. So now you should be able to see into the room.
It's a giant blood stain in the middle.
There is. So let me explain to you what you see. The smooth walls of this circular room are painted a light gray with no indication of seams between the blocks of stone. A set of iron stairs wind upward along the curved walls before terminating at a trapdoor in the ceiling nearly 100 feet above. A red blood stain glistens on the floor at the room's center as though a human-sized creature bled to death on the floor very recently, despite there being no body in sight.
All right. Let's look around for secret stuff. Or investigate or whatever it's called in Pathfinder.
Yep. All right, so you guys are going to start looking around the room. I mean, like, it's basically an empty room with a blood stain on the floor and iron stairs going up.
And you said there's no seams between the stones, though?
Okay, yes. So the building itself, right? The structure, you've seen like the top floor has crumbled down onto the main floor that you're at. You've seen that, if you're in like an old castle-y building, you've got the regular stones, and they have seams because you have the mortar in between that keeps the stones together. This room does not look like that. This is a smooth cylinder that looks basically untouched by time, the walls.
All right. And is that a door on the left here?
Is that a door on the left? Yes, it is.
All right. Well, let's listen, check for traps, and
All right. You're going to try and open that door. You open that door, and it is a door leading outside.
okay. Do you guys want to go up or go out?
I want to see how fresh that blood is. Like,
Okay. So you go over there too. Why don't you roll yourself a perception check?
who?
You,
Me.
Flora.
Laura.
You're the one that's going to look, right?
Yes. 22.
22. You go over and you look at the blood. It looks fresh. It looks like something just bled out. And you could swear when you look at it really closely that there's little ripples on the surface every once in a while.
This blood is fresh, so whatever blood is still here and it's rippling, so something might still be moving around in here. So everybody just be on guard. Just saying.
Is there anything on the ceiling above this blood spot?
So the
Point.
roof, or what do you call it? The spiral staircase goes up 100 feet, and at the top you can see that there is a trap door up there.
Oh, so there is no ceiling. It's like hollow, and then with the stairs going around the outside.
It's hollow. Yes, it's 100 feet of hollow cylinder.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right. Well, I guess I'll lead us up. Since if anything happens, I'm the best one to have it happen to.
Be careful. You don't want to fall down and go splat like the last one.
That
Right.
first step is a doozy.
Flora, that puddle of blood could be a nice snack for your alligator.
He likes to get the blood himself, shall we say.
I mean, I don't suggest you spoon feed him if that's what you're asking.
No, he likes it fresh from the source.
I mean, that's more of a
Ah.
puddle. It's more of a puddle, is less of meat.
Yeah, he's not a drinker as much as an
He's
eater.
not a vampire. He's a carnivore.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. So you guys are
We
going up these stairs. I'm assuming that this is a single file, and we have not put a single file list together for you guys. So somebody tell me how you guys would be walking up these stairs.
I'd be in front.
All right. So we are talking. So Astericus in the front, then.
And then
Funny.
everybody else.
Hold on a second. Astericus, you're up 50 feet up. You look around. Everyone's still standing on the bottom. Going, go get them.
Look at this. Flora can take the rear with Albert.
All right, that was a bold move. So
He's got to guard the rear. I mean,
I'll go next.
Flora-
That's fine.
okay, so Halbrick will back after Astericus.
And then I'll go in the middle.
Okay, Deg. And then we have Aldor.
By default.
Right. I guess I'm gonna guess that you and Flora and Albert can't have be in the same space, right? Is there a different rule for using animal
Pets.
companions?
Ian, do you know
Anyone know?
that?
He is a separate creature and a separate square. It's not.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yep. So are you going to be in the back and Albert is in front of you?
Yes.
Okay, Aldor, you got an alligator behind you.
That's okay. We've gone friend. We're it's okay. We're
Okay.
He'll be fine.
We've got an understanding.
Yeah. He's
What
good.
species are you again, Aldor?
He's a Tengu.
So a birdman?
Yeah.
Kentucky Fried
Okay.
Chicken.
Yep.
He's way too big for Albert. I mean, way too big.
Okay,
Tastes
There
like
is
chicken.
no meat on these bones.
so you guys
Albert
make your
likes
way
chicken.
up the iron staircase. As you start going up, you do hear creaks. Like
Don't judge me.
Maybe
I'm going to use stealth as much as possible.
maybe Ceriticus should go first
Same.
to make sure it's safe. So we're not all on the same area of the stairs at the same time, like we did with the bridge.
Okay. My name is
s-
Stericus Caput, and it means shithead in Latin.
Nice.
Astericus, why don't you roll a perception check?
10.
I mean, you're not quite sure how stable the iron.
Well, then, should the rest of them stay at the bottom, and I'll just go by myself and see what happens?
That's your call.
We can all
I think it's
have like some kind of blanket, and then we could all grab the edges of it and try and
Fireman
catch him
style.
if he falls.
You can use Deg's dueling cape. Okay, so you guys are gonna let Stericus go up there by himself?
Sure.
how about we keep like a nice distance between us so none of us are in a large area of
Oh,
the
so
stairs at
like
any
10 feet
time.
apart or something.
So hold on a second. So what you're saying is you're sending the rogue up the stairs and you're all separated on the ground. So if something comes crashing down, it doesn't hit all of you.
No, if we don't want to like we what happened to us on the drawbridge. We don't want too many people in one
Area.
collapsible spot.
Right.
So you're all still going up the stairs. You're just
Yeah.
staying separated from each other.
Yeah. We're more worried about our weight on the
So
stairs.
if
more
one
than-
Gotcha.
piece of it collapses, only one of us falls.
Gotcha.
Only one dies.
Okay,
Instead
so
of all
yeah,
of
so
it.
you guys are making your way up the iron stairs, and you hear this creaking and groaning, and you're getting your 40 feet up, your 50 feet up. It's getting pretty high. Like it would be a shitty fall if you had to fall from up here, and you're 60 feet high, and you keep on hearing the creaking, but it doesn't feel like the staircase itself is moving.
Oh, so it's
Like, you
just
hear the
making
creaking.
noises.
It's making noise. You don't feel a movement. All right. So Stericus, you get to the top and you see that there is a trap door there. And the trap door has a keyhole in it.
Well, we have those 2 bronze keys from A13.
Right.
Ooh, good memory.
Ooh.
I'll try to see if either one of those will fit in the lock and turn it.
Okay. You are going to take one of the keys out from A13. Thank you for remembering it was A13. And you put the key in the keyhole and turn it, and you hear click.
Nice.
All right, so then can I stealthily open it? I mean, is this opening towards me, or am I pushing up?
You're pushing it up. You're pushing it up.
Listen
And
at
how
the
high
door.
is it? Can I like?
Listen at the door.
I will listen at the door. I don't know how high this thing is above me, so I presume people can go in and out of it, so it's got to be not too high up.
Right. I'm sorry. Let me read something here real quick. There's so many things in this.
The first person that opens the door has their head sheared off.
I mean, it's happened to us. That's why I was like, listen at the door.
Only the penitent shall pass.
Oh, then somebody else should go first.
That would be Halbert.
Interesting.
Is it though?
It's just weird. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you do not hear anything. You push open the door, and then this is the, I forget how to even pronounce the name. Cupola? Cupola?
Cupola?
Cupola?
The top of the tower?
Yes. Yes. Is it pronounced cupola?
A cupola, I think.
Cupola. I think it is too. All right. So this is the Gauntlet Cupola. And there's really nothing for me to show you on here. I can't click on something to actually show you the room. Rows of black, I'm sorry, yeah, I know. Rows of black metal bars encase this circular chamber like a cage. Shimmering waves of force flicker between the bars and give the illusion that softly glowing glass encases this entire area. The floor to the north has an iron trapdoor, which is where you're at. Otherwise, this room appears empty, save for a human-sized encasement of glass and iron that flickers and glows with an unsettling, almost nauseatingly pale blue shimmer, the Gauntlet's lantern.
All right.
Not to be meta, but I believe the lower left of your map has that room.
Does this mean we win?
Does it?
We found the gauntlet.
I didn't look. Sorry, so sorry. I can't move you guys here. I mean, there's really nothing to see in there.
I know there's been nothing there to see, but I'm just if you wanted a map, that's there.
Right. Let me see if I can grab all of you. And let's see if I can just move you all over there. Hold on. I'll get you there. All right. Can you guys see
Yeah.
inside the room?
It's the bottom left of the map.
Yeah, bottom left of the map. You guys are in there.
If you shift ping, that drags like focus all the way over there.
If I do what?
If you hold shift while you ping, that moves all of our cameras to the spot you ping.
Oh.
Welcome to Roll20.
Wow. Thank you. All right, so
That's
I'm going to get
very handy.
It is very handy. I did not know that. Okay, so you guys are all in the room. You see the that F thing right there. Or you probably don't see F. That was the trapdoor you came in, and this thing right in the middle is the weird looking. That's the glow, right? And once again,
we also see your token. We also see the token in the middle that's not been hidden. Just we'll meta that we don't see that.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, can you tell me and everybody at home what this Gauntlet tower is for?
Let me move this out of here. What do you mean what it's for?
Well, was this a lighthouse for that lake off to the side, so we don't want to mess with the light, or were we given a quest to come here and steal it, or?
Yeah, what's the purpose of this room? Lighthouse.
Well, okay, so number one, you don't know. Number two, the reason why that they came out here, the reason why they were kind of like called to Otari was because this light has not been lit in hundreds of years. And now it's
Is
lit.
it? Okay.
All right. So
Can I
now
investigate the light?
yeah, I don't know why they have this in here after. Here's it's so weird how they have this written up. Yeah, I mean the light is there. It is like I said, it's like glass encased. It looks almost like a human size thing of light inside of it, almost like something that's almost like representing or representative of a human or a medium-sized creature that's giving off this light. It's like encased in some kind of like glass.
Okay.
Wonder if this is the rogue Atari.
Can we I'm trying to think if there's a
Like,
can we if it's magical, can we identify the light,
Right.
or if there's any way to look at it and try and is it lit now? Is it bright? It's daytime though, you know.
Oh, you know what? It's not lit. Wait, would it be lit during the day? I think it is lit. I think it's lit all the time now.
It's just not super bright since it's not dark outside.
Right.
I mean, can we investigate it?
So tell me what you're trying to do instead of giving me Pathfinder terms. Tell me what you guys are trying to do.
I'm trying to say, is there some magic that's making it light up? Is
It's
it,
obviously something magical.
right.
So,
Something that's glowing inside of it that looks like it's about the size of a body. Size and shape of a body.
okay, so
And it's glowing so brightly, like it's bright inside this room, that you could see it from Otari.
wow. So maybe somebody with. Is this now when a recall knowledge roll should be
Yeah.
done?
Right. If we can figure out what kind of thing we're rolling on.
Okay,
The
so we're
appropriate
going to talk
person.
about recall knowledge. So let's do this.
Yes.
So we are going to go ahead and we are going to figure out what this is. So I would say that this is going to fall under, it would be. I'm trying to figure out what.
Arcana, nature, occultism, or
Yeah, it'd be most. It would be
Religion.
Arcana.
Okay.
I would say this would be Arcana.
all right. That's me at +5, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So Arcana, and then let me just see what it would be. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
No, that's an 8 + 5, 13.
Yeah, 13. Like I said, all you really know about this is that it is a creature. It almost looks like a creature is inside of there, or the representation of a creature is inside of there that's glowing really brightly.
So with a creature, would a nature?
No, I mean something that's creature sized, like
Okay.
human sized.
I tried.
Right.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know what to do with it if it's just sitting there. Like, all right, the room is lit.
Start poking at it. Poke,
You-
poke, poke, poke,
It's
poke.
like a ding, 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 because it's inside of glass.
Yeah, like I'll take
What
my
what
staff
appears
and
to be
just kinda
glass.
tap it against the glass.
Yep. It
Yeah.
sounds like glass to you when you tap it on it.
Can I take my bedroll and try to cover the light to see if it'll actually like block out the light or if it'll shine through it?
Yeah, it blocks it out. like I say, if you look at that map, there's little like holes in the like arrow slits almost in the wall. That's where the light
Right.
shines through. So it's not shining in every direction. Well, yeah, all at once, but it's shining out through the holes.
Do you suppose if we covered the light, we will have solved the problem of the gauntlet?
Well, I don't know if the problem was that there's a bright light. There's the light is too bright for people to sleep nearby. That's the problem that it's on, just in general.
It's a signal.
But-
No.
It's
So
not
we
it's not the light itself that's the problem.
So let's do this. So you guys are all thinking about this. So let me try and come up with something to not help you out here, but I want to give you a recall knowledge opportunity. Let's say your recall knowledge would be, let's go with occultism.
That's +5 on me also.
All right,
Unless-
anybody else have? Let's roll an occultism recall knowledge.
No, we can't.
Hold
hear you.
on
No, Mark.
hold on one second. Mark, we were not hearing you talking.
no. And it looks like okay.
All right, I don't know what the problem is. You can't hear me talking?
No, I hear
I
you
can
now.
hear you now.
You're good now.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure you could hear me because
Oh yeah.
I've said things throughout this whole thing, and it
Oh,
just
yeah, no.
seemed like no one was
I don't think I've
reacting
heard
to
you.
what I said.
I don't think I've heard you. This is the first time I've heard you in a while.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Can anyone else remember hearing him?
No.
I mean, you said something about when we were talking about the light. We were said it's a signal.
I know you were talking about on the stairs. Yeah, you did say it was a signal and that
Yeah.
it was the
Yeah.
signal.
Okay.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. I just want to make sure you could hear me. That's all. It just
No, they just don't care what you're saying.
apparently
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
All right, let me roll occultism recall knowledge on occultism here.
Okay.
And there we go. That's a little better. That's 14 plus 5 is 19 total.
Okay. So I would say, and I'm using occultism just because it sounds right, that you would kind of think, you know what? We walked in, there's this blood on the ground. Nothing seems to be happening with it. We came up here, and there's this light shining. Nothing seems to be happening with it. When do lighthouses really do their job?
At night.
At night.
All right,
So you're
we
thinking
can-
maybe
We should wait.
if
till
you return after
nighttime.
dark or whatever, you could,
Oh, okay. Yeah, well,
So
let's
we
come
sh-
back. Let's come back here tonight, and
Yeah.
we can see.
all right.
So let's finish searching and
All right,
then
let's go back
come
to
back
guys-
at night.
Can you guys move yourselves all like into the middle of that room, and I'll just move you all in one fell swoop? It'll be a little bit easier for me to do it. I just need you. There you go. That'd be fine.
So Stericus moves to the outer rim.
Oh gosh almighty, why did it do that? It moved everybody in like a big mass. Hold on a second.
You said move to the middle of the room.
Okay, here. Let me just move you guys. I just needed you guys all together. Okay, let me try and move you all at one, because I got to move you all together. Like I have to grab you all up and pull you and drop you back in that room. Gosh almighty, somebody just left. Are you guys trying to move your pieces?
No,
I
I'm
will
not
cut you.
touching.
I will cut you. Okay, so shift and ping. There we go. It did do
Look
it.
at you.
There we
Look
go.
at
Look
you.
at me. Look at me. Okay, yeah. So you guys make your way back down the stairs. You're still looking. The blood is still there. It looks fresh. Like it looks brand new. No body. No drag mark. Nothing.
Can I stick my rapier into it and see if the puddle goes down or if it just hits the floor?
So you take your rapier out and you stick your rapier into the blood. And
Yep.
dink. There's a floor underneath it.
Okay. How deep was it? Was it just like
Quarter inch.
not quarter inch?
How
Okay.
deep is
Yeah.
your blood? How deep is
Yes.
your blood?
Yeah.
I really need to know.
Right. All right. Shall we head back out into the hallway?
Hold on one second.
Huh?
Dag, roll a perception check.
We did.
14.
Since you were paying attention and you were looking at it, and you pushed your blade down in there, like I said, it was only a 1/4 inch deep. You pulled your blade back out of it. There's no blood on your blade.
I noticed that this blood, though it pools, does not seem to stick. I apologize, Flora, but it appears that Albert couldn't have drank of it anyway.
I just reach down. Alder reaches down and just sticks his hand in it and tries to smear it across the floor.
Yep, your hand's moving through it. It feels blood wet. You can move it around. It will not move out of its area. And when you remove your hand from it, your hand is not bloody.
Is there some kind of recall knowledge I could do that might know of blood that would react this way?
I don't feel you guys could roll anything like this because this is not something
Do I get the feeling that it's blood or is it an illusion? An illusion of
it's
blood?
not an
Like,
illusion. When you reach
Okay.
down and feel it, you touch it. You can see it. You can move your hand around it. You feel the liquid moving, but it will not leave its area, and it does not lift up with your hand.
Very strange. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
It is.
did we search? I know we opened that room.
Which room are you talking about?
I'm trying to ping it.
Oh,
This
I'm sorry,
door.
guys. You guys open the door. It's just out,
Right.
It's the door to the out of doors.
Right.
We
you
haven't
can
gone
see
outside
outside.
yet.
Right. You
We
guys have
haven't
not
gone
gone outside.
Okay.
Stericus was out there, and all he really knows was he was over here in this little area over here, and he was kind of waiting for his companions, and he heard screams and everything, and he said, "Screw this, I'm out of here."
Okay.
All right. I think we could finish doing the rooms in here and then we'll head
Yeah.
outside. 'Cause I do
Okay.
I do want to check out that boathouse, but I think let's finish the rooms
Sure.
that's
Okay.
in here. All right, so head
All right,
back
so
out into the
move-
hallway.
All right, so you guys are all going over to the sort of the doors that are kind of in between where you were searching before. They were just barely south of the
Yeah, let's do that.
of the
That way.
chapel, right? All right. So since we have space, just kind of put yourselves wherever you're going to be, so you make sure you know we got it because now we have a lot of characters around
Hey,
here.
Jim.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I see
this
the camera.
camera is stuck. I can't.
I got
move
it. There you go.
Thank you.
Yep, I moved it. Yep. No, somehow it got into the wall, and once it got into the wall, it wouldn't let you move it.
I guess when you dragged us, that's where it just got dropped.
I probably did that when I drug you, because now I'm dragging 7 things.
I think I did the same thing with Albert.
Oh gosh. There you go.
Thank you.
Helps out. Yep. Okay, so you guys go over to this door that was it was kind of in between the other rooms that you had looked at, and yeah. So the normal stuff. Let me just make sure of the one thing here real quick. Huh. Stericus. Your normal sort of thing that you do, you listen at the door, you check for traps, you open the door. You listen at the door and you can hear something beyond the door. Like you hear motion, you hear scratching. You really can't tell what it is. Obviously, you're listening to a door, but you do hear that it does sound like there is something on the other side of this door.
Patrick, did you just say something?
I couldn't hear. Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Your mouth is moving on your camera, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, let's just pause here right now. Yeah, Patrick, you're.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Now we
now
can.
we can.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I heard.
Okay. Basically, we'll go here. I'll give the silent motion to everybody else, get my weapon ready, and then open the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
raise my shield and have my weapon ready.
So, and I think we had already said for you, Mark, whenever we're into anything like this, or inside the dungeon, your general thing is shields raised, right?
Yep.
Yep. Now, once we get into combat, you have to do it every time if you're doing that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
walking around
I need that
is
feat
fine.
that
That just means
Ian was saying.
that just means his shield is up until his turn starts, and then it goes down for his to take from his
Yeah.
action.
Right.
So his AC bumped until
Every
his turn.
round I got a raise shield.
Right.
You don't have to.
Well, if I want the AC, yes.
Right.
I understand. I didn't do it every time last time.
I'm just. If you
Right.
don't have any better actions, then yes, you should raise your shield. Just
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so you guys open the door, and let me get this out of the way here. Why can't I grab this? Oh man, if I was king of the world, I'd be able to click on this. Why can't I click on this?
on the right layer.
I'm on the right. Oh, there we go. This is a long door. Okay. All right. So you guys open the door to this room, and let me just describe what you see, and then I'm going to tell you kind of like what you're looking at in this room. The ceiling has fallen in two places. A smaller collapse destroyed a flight of stairs that once led up to the now ruined upper floor. You can see that on the opposite side of the room where I'm pinging. A large collapse mostly buried the southern double door. That's the double doors you're on, leaving a hole in the roof partially blocked with several crossed timbers. A second double door to the north has a stone face carved with skulls caked with tangled moss.
But we don't see
That's
anything
handy.
moving in here.
Well, there's like I said, right in front of your door is a whole bunch of crap that's here. Let's just do this. I should have not moved him. This is a big double door that was there, and when you guys open up the double door, skittering around the corner that was to the right is a giant scorpion. Well, it looks like a giant scorpion. You've seen scorpions before, all right? And we are going to go ahead and roll initiative. I gotta keep on, stop saying the words. Yep, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Let me get you guys on the turn order. Now, I can just keep you guys on the turn order, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
All right,
we're there.
Let me remove the corpse light from it.
And Mika.
And Mika.
Yeah, you'll need to add. You only need to add Flora.
Flora.
Yep. So
You don't need to add Albert though.
No, he
I
goes
don't?
on
Same
mine.
time.
No,
gotcha.
he goes on my initiative.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to add that. So
Only
you
if
should be on there
only if
now.
Only if you tell him to go.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you see yourself on there,
Yes.
Flora? Okay. All right. So I am going to roll initiative for the creature.
Is that okay?
Hello. Man, I love having this stuff. I can just click on and do it.
Yeah, natural 20 on my initiative.
Really?
Well, it doesn't help me. It's
That's fine.
just happy I rolled a good. I'm happy I rolled a good dice.
Yeah. For those of you who've not watched this before, we cut this stuff out when we do the actual podcast. It's just getting it all set up for the battle. All right. Has everyone changed their initiative?
Yep.
Yep.
So that looks correct the way I've reordered it. And there is
Flora, would you like to go first or me?
What is your dex?
I mean,
we don't have to do it that
it's-
way. You guys
yeah, you
can
can
choose.
Yeah.
I have a +4 dex, but if you want to go first,
So do
you
I.
can.
So, it doesn't matter to me, honestly. Why don't you go first, unless you want me to go first?
I'm fine going first.
Okay,
Okay.
so you go
So-
first.
Yep. So let me ask you a question. What is the rule with tying with creatures
That's
in Pathfinder?
usually players go first.
Players go first. Okay, so Stericus, I'm going to add, you're going to be 20.1.
Okay.
All right, and I will resort to get everything correct. All right, does that look good?
Yep.
All right, so you guys open up the door. You see this giant scorpion kind of like around the corner that starts skittering towards you. Aldor, you are first to act. What would you like to do? You're way in the back.
I am way in the back.
You are way in the back.
Oh,
I mean, you could run into
I,
the room right through your people.
no. I'm going to run for it because I can't even see him right now. All I hear is I heard it.
Right.
So I'm gonna move. First action, I'm gonna move forward.
Okay.
Up to this corner where until
All
I
right,
can
so-
see it.
All right. Yep. You can see him. Now you still have people between you. Stericus and Dag are between you. So what if you cast something, like if you shoot something, you would give it partial cover, but your spells are a different story.
No, I am going to. No, I am going to stare at it
Mm-hmm.
and
Intently?
yes, and
Okay.
try and say, "You don't scare me, Scorpion!" And I'll try to demoralize it. Now,
Okay.
this is one of the things I mentioned before.
Yep.
Demoralize is you usually need to understand the language, otherwise it's -4 to the check.
Okay. So let me just
However,
make sure. However,
Aldord has a feat called that's called I need to find it.
I love that feat. That's my favorite feat.
Aldor does not have that feat until level 2. Aldor cannot do that.
All right. I mean, you can still do it.
I can still do it. It's just again, it's a -4 to the check.
Correct.
So I will roll intimidation.
Okay. And that is against his.
His will DC, I believe.
Okay. So his will DC is a 17.
Oof. All right. So this is going to be +7 -4, so +3 net. No, it's a 2 on the die. That is a critical failure. That is
Oh, boy.
not that's just a failure. It says there's no special.
Right. Okay.
And then for my final action, I will cast Shield,
For your final action, you cast shield. Okay.
which
All right,
pretty much
excellent.
does the same thing as the Raise a Shield action. It bumps my AC.
Up by 2.
Is it by 2?
I don't know.
No,
When you said the
raise
shield.
no, it is actually an only +1 for the Shield cantrip.
+1. Well, that's, hey, for a cantrip, I'd do that too.
Yep.
Okay. Great. And that was your 3 actions here. So next up, we have Hullbrick. Hullbrick, you're not exactly in the front either. You could actually, you can push past your party if you want to. You can do whatever you want to do.
So does it cost me movement to try and go through them, or?
It's
You
not.
can you can usually move through allies, no problem.
Yeah, you can move through allies.
Oh, okay.
You just can't end up.
I will say that this area right here in front of the door that you would pass through then is going to be, is it called difficult terrain? And
Yeah.
difficult terrain. So each of like these right in front of the door will be an extra 5 feet of movement through that.
Okay.
All right.
So
You are directly behind Deg, so you could push right past him, and
right. So
Do we want to just shut the door?
Don't you want to kill
I
it?
feel like the door just collapsed when you did it. It makes it so much easier. I hate when you just open the door and shut the door. It fell apart.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna rush him.
Okay,
right.
bum rush. And how much is your movement?
20.
Okay, you can move 20.
1,
5,
2,
10,
3,
15.
4. Yeah.
Well, this would take you 15. To
Oh,
get
because
to
it's difficult. Can I
Difficult.
get
It's difficult
to
terrain.
here? Is
So
that
you could go
okay?
to here. You could go directly in front of it. 20 right there.
Oh, right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that part.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can. So you're going to run through through Deg and get in front of the giant scorpion. That was
Right.
one action.
Okay. And my second action, I'm actually going to take some good advice from my friends and attack.
Okay. That's. I mean, I think that's valid.
Guys, he's doing it.
I know.
He's gonna
I
swing his
can't-
hammer.
I am a war priest. I'm supposed to be able to do this.
Bang,
All right.
bang, swells.
I'm gonna swing my light hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 19 on the die.
Okay.
I get a +5, so
Okay.
24.
24. Let me tell you what happened. You took out a weapon, you swung it at an opponent, and you struck the opponent and are going to do damage to it.
Oh wow!
Crazy.
This is crazy.
What is going on?
Yeah, this is awesome.
This is
See, when
awesome.
I go first, I don't feel like I need to heal anybody. So
Even in our game of fantasy, this feels like a fantasy.
yes, it is. It's a dream. Okay, I did 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Now, I will say this, however. The creature has a reaction.
What? I'm getting punished for doing what you guys asked me to do. I feel
Oh my
jilted
god.
here.
And its reaction. Oh, wait
It's
a minute.
to die.
No, it doesn't. Never mind. That's something different.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Do you
Okay,
get a
so-
reaction before it's your first turn in Pathfinder?
I do if I go before the creatures because I have that or surprise attack.
Maybe you don't get I don't know. But this is not something. This is something different. I was just looking at the
Okay.
wrong thing. Okay, so that is your second action.
Right.
You have one more action.
I'm going to raise shield.
Raise shield. Excellent. Man, look at that. We got a war priest on our hands here,
oh
folks.
my gosh.
Now we're playing Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Now we're playing Pathfinder.
I'm a slow learner, I tell you. You got to remind me every time too.
There you go. Okay. Oh my gosh. You know what I just noticed on the turn order thing? I know you guys are going to say this is stupid. And Ian's going to say, welcome to Pathfinder, or welcome to Roll20. Before on Roll20, if I would click to somebody's name and I would accidentally go past them, I would have to click through all the levels and get back to them. Now there's a back button where I can actually move it back. Never seen that before. Okay. It's probably been there for weeks. Stericus. You just saw Halbrecht do something you've never seen him do, which is swing his hammer. You see this giant scorpion. This is a large-sized creature that it looks like it has a stinger that is nasty looking. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to move forward. Did he already take his reaction against Halbrecht?
There was no reaction. He did not do a reaction.
Okay, so that's 10, 15. Now, can I tumble through him to the other side?
Yes. Tumble through includes the stride. So as long as you have the movement to
Okay,
get to
so
the other side.
the stride would move to one space. How much
No.
movement do you have?
The stride is the normal movement striding is a normal movement. So what tumble through allows you to do is basically move your normal movement, but you can go through enemy squares. And when you start going through an enemy square, you have to make an acrobatics check to see if you succeed.
Right. So it looks to me like it would cost you.
And it is difficult terrain. It is difficult. Oh no, it's
Yeah. So okay. Let me. I'm just gonna move you back just for 1 second. Okay. So
Okay.
if you moved here, that's 10 feet. Well, how much is your movement?
25.
All right. So that'd be 10. That would be 15 if you moved on to Halbrecht, right?
Mhm.
20, 25. You couldn't get through the creature. Is the problem because it's a large creature.
All right,
It
well,
takes
I'll
up more
move to
space.
there.
Does that sound correct to everybody?
I think so.
Okay.
So I'll move here. Or wait. Can I
Yep,
just
so-
move to there?
So that's 10, 20. You could actually move to here if you wanted to. That'd be 25.
Okay, so that was action 1.
Yep. Okay. So all right. So you moved up, and you're now on the south part of the Scorpion. Halbrecht is on the west side of the Scorpion. Okay.
Right.
That's-
Now for my second action, I'm going to move to here. Or wait,
Where's
Could-
here?
well, I was
So just so you know, on Roll20, while if you're moving around and you're holding the thing, we don't see it until he actually drops them. So
okay.
Right.
all right. Yeah. So you're moving on the opposite side of the creature from Halbrecht.
So
Right.
now you're flanking.
You're flanking, which you made him flat-footed, which is going to reduce his AC by 2,
right?
and it's going to
also
give
open
you
up
a
his-
sneak attack, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm sorry, Ian. Was there something else?
Nope, that's what I was going to say.
Gotcha. Okay.
I rolled a 24.
All right. Total of 24. Yep. Yeah. You definitely hit him. It's not a critical hit. Critical hit
Okay.
is 10 above, but you did hit him.
So I do a d6 plus 4 plus another d6. So 12 total.
12. Wow. Okay. That ain't
And
nothing.
that was my third action. So
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. The giant scorpion. It's his turn. Let's go over here and make sure that we have the giant scorpion all down. So we make sure we do everything he has to do. He gets. Oh boy. All right. He is going to. Let's see who he's going to attack. He's got 1 through 10 in front. Oh, 1 to each of you. First attack is on going to be on Haldor, and that is going to. I mean, not Hal. I mean Halbrick. Excuse me, Halbrick. All right, Halbrick. It's going to, since it's facing you, it's going to reach out with its pinchers and try and snap at you. Boom. It rolls a 19.
That meets.
That
Even with
meets
your higher AC.
I have 19 because I have a higher AC.
with the shield raise.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
normally
So it
it's
does.
17.
Yep, no problem. It does 9 points of damage. 9 points of slashing damage
The
to
monster
you.
wins or the player wins on a tie?
It's
Well,
always
the
attacker.
The attacker
The
wins.
attacker always wins on a tie.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah, that's what you
when I was
need.
playing at Gen Con, one of the DMs just said he always gave it to the player just because he was nice.
Yeah, but I'm not nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I
we
knew
know
that. I knew that, but I just thought I'd
That's
rub it
right.
in.
I mean, as long as we're on the same page here. Okay. Now, Stericus, you are behind it.
How much damage? I'm sorry.
9.
9. Okay.
Stericus, you're going to get the stinger coming at you.
and
this is
attack
his
me without even looking at me? Wow.
He can. He's crazy good like that. Oh boy. He rolled. Yikes. Okay. Sorry. Let me just. I'm sorry. It's about saying yikes and stuff like this on you, but yeah, that was a critical hit with its stinger, which is
Wow,
going to do.
We're doing good.
16 points of damage.
Oh my god.
I
That's
have one
rude.
left.
And that is piercing. Plus,
Rude.
there's venom.
Oh my gosh.
So, why don't you go ahead and you need to roll a fortitude save.
All right.
You want to roll high.
So I'll roll the D100.
Yeah, there you go.
19?
19. You
Nice.
saved.
All right, good.
And you know what the save was? The save was 18. That's why I said roll high. You did not want to be poisoned by him, because that would have been additional damage and a lot of other bad things happening to you. Okay.
Okay.
So that was its 2 actions, right? Dang, it gets a third action. What's it going to do?
Well, does it have 2 pinchers or just 1?
I'm going to guess 2. Wow. What, are you trying to make me attack him?
No, I'm just asking because I know sometimes
Right.
you can attack with the same thing multiple times.
Right. No,
so-
stinger. There's only 1 stinger. So I'm going to say 2 pinchers and a stinger.
And you're applying the multi-attack penalties on these, correct?
Absolutely. Yep. I'm rolling this. Yep. I'm rolling the on there. It'll have like stinger, and then it says S2, S3 for if it's your second attack, your first attack, your second attack, or your third attack. Okay. So I am going to still roll a random one on you guys. 1 to 10 is more. Oh man, it spins around on you, Stericus, with its last pincher attack. And, I mean, you know, it's a -10 on this. What are the odds it's going to hit you? It rolled a 22.
Are you serious?
Wait, how's that possible with a third roll? 19 plus 11
Minus 10 is a 20.
minus 8 because the pincher is not a the pincher counts for it as it shows the number on it. Yeah, agile thing.
Plus 11?
Plus 11. Yeah, it shows
And
the
you
thing on
guys
here.
didn't want to shut the door. Damn.
We couldn't
So,
shut the door. He said it disintegrated.
So that was 7 points of damage. And does
I'm
that
down at -6.
not okay, so it's not negative. So you're down. Stericus runs in, goes da da da, and just gets whacked down. Okay.
This is
Deg.
working. It's working really good.
Okay. I see them roll in, and this big bad just slapping people and dealing damage, and I'm like, I want a piece of that.
Okay, there we go.
So I'm gonna move in right here, and then I'm
so
going
you're moving in next to the
to-
scorpion. Yep. That was your
Oh,
first
we don't
action.
see the health bar for the scorpion either.
Right.
And you
Correct.
won't.
You're not supposed
We
to.
won't either.
Mhm.
I'm going to roll to faint, which is a deception check against its perception DC.
Against its perception. Oh, I have that right on here. Its perception. Its perception would
I rolled a
be-
12. It's probably fine.
Its perception is a +9, so that would make its perception DC 19. So
Yep.
yes, it did not work.
Yeah, I failed.
And I know, and I know. Before people say, "Wow, I shouldn't be giving you out this much information," I just want you to, as we're learning Pathfinder, I just want you to see these creatures, what their things are for them.
Now, does perception ever get decreased by having multiple bodies around or anything?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that's a rule on that one. I think there's probably ways you could get your perception lowered, but not by just having.
Feel free to open the book on concealment rules, because that's a whole lot of reading.
Yeah, good luck on that one. Okay, so that was your second action.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack with my third.
Okay. Now it is not flat-footed to him, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yep.
I rolled a 19.
Its AC is 19.
Thank
Oh,
God.
You have struck it.
For 7 points of piercing
7
damage.
points of piercing.
Yay.
Yay.
You have done 7 points of piercing damage, and it is bloodied.
Well, both you and I both
Well, that's
did
some
7.
great news. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
then-
12, so
Yeah, Stericus
Yeah.
did
Oh,
12.
you did 12.
So
missed
we've
that
done
one completely.
26 points of damage.
Nice.
Why is my thing? I keep on changing its.
If only
Dang
Stericus
it.
was up.
Right. It's okay. You got plenty more people here.
Yep, throw bodies at it. Yep,
Flora.
I get this game now. Just keep
Okay.
like a dozen characters in the background and just keep throwing them at
We're
the
gonna,
monster.
I'm going to sit in the back, and one person's going to be up there, and that person's not going to be attacking.
It's a
us.
Congo line.
Where okay, so
Okay, so
what's he going to do?
difficult terrain starts
No,
where?
what I said was the difficult to terrain is these spaces right after the door. So right,
Okay, so
yeah, right
uh,
on the other side, right outside the door, or right on the other side of the door, and the 2 spaces to the right were difficult terrain.
20. Okay, so if my movement is 25, 5, 10, 15. So with difficult terrain,
25, yes. You can move
right inside the doors there. So that's my first.
You were back here. 5, 10, 15, 25. Yes.
Yeah. So that's my first action. Second is I'm going to do it's called Hunt Prey on
Okay.
the scorpion.
Okay. What does that do? That's a new thing. New
yeah,
thing, new
that-
character.
I designate a single creature as my prey and I focus my attacks against the creature. I gain +2 circumstance bonus to perception checks when I seek my prey, +2 circumstance bonus to survival checks when I track my prey. But the big thing is I'm a precision ranger. So does this scorpion have any weak points? any weak spots.
Well, that's okay. So how do we figure that out? Whether you
Well,
know that or not? That's my question. That's my question because we got to know. So
Is it a
says
recall knowledge?
Special edge
Wait.
precision. Hold on. You have trained to aim your prey's weak points. The first time you hit your hunted prey in a round, you also deal 1d8 additional precision damage. So you don't need to know whether it has one. It just
It
Well,
says
no, you need to
I
know
need
if
to-
it has one. You don't
I
need to
need
know
to
what it
know.
is.
I just need to know if it has a weak point or vital organs.
It says in the next line, it is ineffective against creatures that lack vital organs or weak points.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well I mean I think yes. Like so if it was like an iron golem, no it wouldn't. But
Right.
yes. Yeah.
Well, so I'm
Right.
sure.
Right. So the first time you're hunted prey in a round, you also deal 1d8 additional precision damage.
Yes.
That's great.
Nice.
Right. That's the ranger thing. Is hunt prey. It's basically their attacks do things against their hunted prey.
Mhm.
Right. So you had to move was your first action,
Yes.
right?
And then I had to
then
mark it as my second action.
second
and
action.
then,
Your third action is the actual attack on it.
yes.
Gotcha.
So that is 17.
It has a 19 AC.
Okay. Well,
Now let me ask you a question. Since you have marked it, it
Yes.
stays marked for you?
it stays
Yes.
marked. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Aldor. You have line of sight.
Well,
I
and
do.
it lasts all
Wait.
day, actually.
Oh, that's all
Mhm.
day?
Yeah.
Oh,
Your
nice.
designation lasts until your next daily preparations.
Or
Unless you-
until
until
it
she
dies, or I choose another target.
Okay. I need to attack it.
I think that the party, the people who are standing around it would love for you to attack it.
Yeah, let's do that.
As his first victim, I would appreciate it.
The person laying around it would love for you to attack it too.
You critted me and then rolled a 19, so
I thought it was so funny that Patrick goes, we were talking about death saves or something. The first day he's like, do people die that often in Pathfinder? And all he's seen is bodies everywhere.
They should have called it Death Finder.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm sorry, Aldor.
All right, I will shoot an electric arc at it.
All right.
So he needs to make a basic reflex save.
Basic reflex save. I can do that. Where are his saves? Check. Saves. Reflex save. I'm sure it's going to be massive. I have no idea. 20.
All right, so that's a success. So he will take half damage from this.
Okay.
1d4 plus 4 is 2 plus 4, so that's going to be 3 points of electricity damage.
3 was after you did the thing. Gotcha.
Yes,
Gotcha.
3 is me
Yep.
having it.
Okay. I mean, it's hurting.
And then I'll just use my last action to recall knowledge on it. So let's see if I can learn anything about what kind of creature it is.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me get that going here. Okay, so you're going to try to recall knowledge. So on Path Builder, at the top. Okay, so you're going to roll. Do you have specific lore or unspecific lore?
On my lore is on cults and Tengu stuff, so no, I don't have.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're going to roll an animal recall knowledge.
No, that's nature. I'm assuming.
Nature, excuse me. It's an animal, so yes, you're rolling nature. I'm sorry.
I'm not trained in that, so this is just a flat.
Okay.
That's going to be a 12. No.
Okay.
I'm not
You
gonna learn
failed.
Yep. I'm not going to learn anything then.
Right. So normally, I know that I wouldn't even tell you the name of it, but I think you guys have all seen scorpions, and now you see a really big scorpion. So I don't think it's much of a leap from scorpion to giant scorpion there. So,
Right.
okay. All right. So is that your complete turn?
That is my third action. Yes, that is my turn.
Okay. Halbrick, the man,
right.
the myth, the legend.
See if I can do it twice in a row here.
All right.
I'm gonna try another.
Now you
whack.
are not. He is not flat-footed to you because Stericus is laying down.
Yeah.
taking a nappy pill.
Yeah, he's laying down on the job here.
There you go. We got this damn rogue, and all he does is lay down.
Exactly. Is that rough terrain above him too?
Well, the problem is this is kind of like a this is part of a wall right here.
Oh.
So you couldn't really push through him to get over there. I understand what you're trying to do with
Yeah,
Dag,
I was
but
just seeing if that was an option. Okay.
right.
You
No,
could
no,
attempt to
I
tumble
understand
through.
Well, I don't think he can tumble through, right?
Do you have acrobatics?
Tumble through is an untrained acrobatics action, so he can as long as his acrobatics check.
Oh my
He doesn't need
god.
to be trained in acrobatics to
But
do
I think he would end up either where Stericus is or the other side. It
I am
wouldn't really help
untrained
him.
in acrobatics.
Yeah,
You could do it still.
I think your best bet is swinging a couple times
I
and
think
trying
so
to kill
too,
this thing.
yeah.
But don't tell
Probably.
anybody I told you.
No. I just wanted to know what my option was, and everyone.
No,
jumped
I
on
understand
it.
completely. Yeah.
Okay,
No. This up here is a destroyed staircase. So
Right,
yeah, that's
right.
blocking you right there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna swing it with my hammer.
Okay. Bang bang.
I rolled a natural 20. Woohoo! Let's see
So
if I
for
can
the
actually.
total, hold on. Now remember, we always have to do it this way. What is your total?
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
27.
Okay, so 27 would not normally be a critical hit against it since it has an AC of 19. But you raise it up by 1 level since you rolled a natural 20, which makes it a critical hit.
Gotcha. Yeah, thank you.
So you're
All right.
doubling it all.
Yep.
So you just
I haven't done it. Should I roll? You just double everything.
you roll. Yeah, you roll the dice. You add the modifier, and then you times
Okay,
2.
I rolled a 7 plus 2 is 9. Doubled is 18.
18.
The scorpion comes crashing down. You have destroyed it.
Yeah.
It had 16 hit points left.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Amazing
Nice.
what a war cleric can do with his hammer.
Yeah. See, good advice, Ian.
Wait a minute. Wait, are we supposed to be swinging our hammers at these things? Hold on.
He
I
has
normally don't
actions
roll
left,
well.
and I'm gurgling in the corner.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I abandoned being a cleric, and I'm more of a warrior. At least for this fight.
I'll go up to Stericus and loot his body.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
do a thievery check on Stericus. I need that healing potion that he just bought.
I think
And
he
he's
needs
got
that
a
healing
really
potion.
pretty. Well, you know what? He's got a really pretty rapier.
It is kind
But
of
in all
funny that
seriousness, Hallbrick does still have actions left, and Stericus will be rolling a death save or like
That's
a
true. We
Okay.
still we
Death
do, we
check
need to stay in
next
that.
round.
We
Yeah.
still need to
do we get our what do you call those things?
We
Hero
don't have
points.
you. Oh,
hero point.
yeah. Everyone has a hero point.
We get a
Everyone
hero
has a hero
point.
point.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I
Everyone has
marked
a hero
mine
point.
off last time, so
Right. So everyone has a hero point because this is a new thing.
Yeah.
Now, is it so you're gonna have to roll for something to stabilize him, correct?
It depends. It depends.
can
'cause
cast a healing spell.
He could cast a healing spell and just do it.
Correct.
okay. So I didn't move. I just attacked.
Correct. You have 2 more actions.
I have 2 more actions.
All you did was attack, right?
Right, and he's dead,
Yeah.
so I could do my.
Right. You can
super-
move through his. Yeah. You
I
can
don't need to
straight up in
move to
front of
do a
Stericus.
2-action heal though,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
You can do a 2-action heal
and
on
that's a
Stericus,
better
absolutely.
heal anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do
And
that.
that's the one that does 8 plus a D8, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's an 8. 16 points.
Wow.
Nice. So I go from 0 to 16.
Yep.
Ah, damn! I
Man,
wanted
it's
that.
almost
rapier.
like Mark's character is useful in a combat situation.
He's a
wild.
war cleric.
I'm
Oh,
just
but
as
you are
amazed
cleric.
as everyone else.
But Patrick Stericus is wounded 1, just FYI.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. Now, how long does wounded last?
10
Until
minutes.
he rests overnight, or until he gets treats wounds.
Right.
I would
Okay.
like to treat wounds on myself though. Well, yeah,
Actually,
well,
when you get healed and you spend an hour, I think when you spend an hour at full health, you automatically lose a wound. I believe.
All All right, so go back to this. All right, so inside this room, right? You just killed this. You're looking at Halbert, going, "What the hell, dude? Why didn't you do some of that to those other creatures?" The only real thing inside the room, because I know the next question is going to be, we're going to look around, we're going to start searching. There's nothing in this room. The only thing in this room is that I'm going to just reread you the description of it real quick.
Is Staircase at full hit points?
No, I'm down 1.
Okay, gotcha. Because if
Yeah.
you get a full and rest for 10 minutes, you can lose your wound.
All right, so it just said a second set of double doors to the north. Remember that went into where you were at before. Has a stone faced, carved with skulls, caked with tangles of moss on it. That's the only particular thing inside this room.
Can we identify any symbology? Like, is it a religion?
You can try to identify some symbology. Somebody is going to be rolling a religion check to recall knowledge about it.
And can
Robert?
Flora get the poison from the scorpion?
What's that?
Can Flora get the poison from the scorpion?
Let me finish this part and we'll go back to that.
Okay.
All right. So is somebody going to try and recall knowledge on that?
I'll try it.
It's
Yeah.
okay. So hold on a second. Let me get the generic Pathfinder rule. Does everybody just get to do it, or does the best person do it?
I would say the best person should do it.
There's no rule that says they can't. There's lots of house rules about if multiple people do it, you tend to try and raise the DC sometimes, or
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
or you'll only let one person ever try it once, or
Right. I think I feel like you guys should have the best person do it, and then that is the role. Does that feel right to you?
I agree.
I agree.
Okay.
That make it
All right,
simpler.
And religion is Mark. What is you?
Yeah.
Plus
7.
And then that
Yeah.
way you have people who are, I specialize in this. This is my
Yeah.
thing. You
Yeah.
specialize in that. That's your thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So religion, Mark, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 13, which is a 20 total.
Even with a 20, you're not sure about what this thing represents.
All right.
It is obscure.
Obscure. Okay. Fair enough.
You could feel that it has religious significance.
Could my lore cults have anything? Have a check on it? Maybe.
It says blank's lore is rare and hidden. However, so a hero must succeed at a DC blank religion check to recall knowledge to identify it as blank.
So they specifically call out religion.
Yeah, they
Okay.
specifically call out religion on this.
Fair enough.
Because of what it is. Now, you guys could always, I don't know if you have somebody in the party that could try to draw it or try to, whatever, to try and kind of have that image so you could ask other people or have it for later on while you're in the dungeon, whatever.
Does anyone...
Is it something I could chisel off the door?
Is it something you could chisel off the door?
Yeah, I mean,
So
is it
we
a
are gonna-
stone door or?
So we are going to steal stuff that is nailed down. Aldor will make notes of what it looks like.
Hold on. A second double door to the north.
No. Where is Dorn and that
The
keen mind?
Stone face
Yeah,
carved with
quill.
skulls. Stone face. I would have to say it's a stone door. I mean, I guess you could. Let's put it this way. Yes, but it would stand the chance of breaking if you did it.
It's an ancient
All right.
door. It's probably. things
Well,
are
was
close.
this symbol on the door the same that we saw in the temple on the walls all over the place?
Well, there were skulls in there. This is a more
Symbolic.
similar, but no. The other ones look like skulls. This looks like a special sort of skull symbol.
The others was
Stylized to be
art.
something.
The others was just art. This is a
Yeah, the other
this
one was
is
like
specific
Do you have a picture
symbol.
of it
um
that you could put up?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. That would be
It's worth 1,000 words from what I hear.
boom.
I should let me read you this feed I have called Schooled in Secrets.
Yep.
I noticed the signs and symbols that members of mystery cults and other secret societies use to declare their affiliation to fellow members. Now, this is for gather information. I can use occultism in place of diplomacy to gather information about such groups. This is for this is social stuff to learn about cults from groups.
And Jim, what was the history behind this place? That something the dragon came here and beat the crap out of everybody?
No, I'm saying when they were inside of here, that they found that frog that you crawled over. Mika thought that a dragon had bit it in half. That was it. History of the place, you guys don't know hardly any about. Almost anything you've heard right now is what you know about it. You know that there was an evil. This was an evil place at least 500 years ago. You know that the Rose Guard came in here. Whatever was in here, they destroyed it. One of the Rose Guard members didn't make it out alive. They came and formed Otari, and then after that, this place has just fallen into misuse and neglect, and no one's heard anything from it in centuries. And now the light is relit. That's all you guys really know about it right now. Did I miss anything that you guys know that I've told you?
Just the Rose Guard thing.
Yeah, the Rose Guard was part of it.
They're the ones that got rid of everything.
Yeah. Okay. So are you guys? Did I hear somebody? I'm sorry. Say they were drawing it, or?
Yeah, Elder's gonna make a note, make a drawing for some notes. So
okay. Does Elder have any kind of like skill with that?
He is. Yes, he was a scribe. He was a scribe, a religious scribe in the Temple of Iomade. So he was constantly making notes and.
Perfect. Yes. Okay. You make a passable likeness of it.
Cool.
All right. What is the plan now?
We know what's beyond those doors, so we don't need to open them. So
well, I wanna treat wounds.
If somebody could treat wounds to me as well, then I wouldn't be wounded. So
that's true. I can do that as well. I mean, unless you want to do it.
You're the best at treating wounds, so
that's actually going to cost you. And
but it's going to cost.
Flora, you still owe us money for that hotel.
Well, you're the one that kept talking about interest, and I'm just saying.
You guys don't know the term usury, do you?
All right, so Halbrick, you want to treat wounds on?
Yep. 18 plus 7, so that definitely passes. Is there a critical for this?
Yes, critical. It's 15 is a standard. 15 is the standard.
I got
success,
25, and that's 10 over, right?
That is 10 over. That's a critical. So it's 4d8 healing.
Nice.
And I think Sergus wanted to see if I could get the poison from the.
Oh yeah. Okay. So while he's doing the healing, yes. Getting poison from something like this.
Do you have something to put it in?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm broke.
Does anyone
I'll pour out my water jug and we can put poison in that.
So how much will this take off my bill?
Is it a glass vial?
At least 2 coppers.
I would say you guys would
you owe
need
me
some sort of
coppers, Terracus.
I would say you guys would need some sort of a glass vial or something to put it in. And
can we just take the poison sack
to extract it? Let's do that. Let's do a nature check to extract it with something. If you have something, you can put it in. All right.
Hang on.
And I will say that you would get. I'm just making up rules now. We're going to get if you extract it and you succeed, you're going to get 1 vial of the poison. If you critically succeed, you'll get 2 vials. If you critically fail, you're going to get poisoned.
Okay, I rolled an 18.
That sounds like a pass. Okay, when you say you rolled an 18, we've done this before. Is
13
that your total? Gotcha.
plus
Yep. Yep, 18. Yep, you have extracted 1 vial
Okay.
of giant scorpion venom. What is it called exactly? It is called giant scorpion venom.
Okay.
All right, and we'll get you the numbers later on. Okay, so while you guys are there, you're sitting there and you are healing up, and you're licking your wounds. And did you get everybody?
Yeah,
Mark?
I was able to heal up Straticus too.
Okay. All right. So Stericus is healed up. I'm going to just keep you guys kind of in the same spot you're at. Flora and Aldor are kind of near the doorway area, and you guys can hear. I'm going to move Albert up near you. You
Yeah.
guys can hear a sound from behind you on the other side of the room. The door opens on the south side, and 4 Mitflits come out and start pointing towards you and pointing towards the door they just exited from. And that's where we're going to go ahead and stop tonight.
The southern door that we broke?
No,
No, the room down here.
the room right down south.
down there.
I just haven't opened it yet.
Okay.
Okay.
But I will by the time we get back here next
But
week.
where are we at?
All right.
We're in the room up above.
That's where we're
then
hold
there's
on,
the-
hold on.
Oh,
Let's
we're
just go ahead
still
and end
here.
it.
Okay.
That's where we're going to end tonight.
Sorry, I got lost. Sorry.
Whatever app you're listening is on, follow us and please leave us a rating review, hopefully 5-star. We'd like to let you know we're an affiliate for FanRoll. If you go to our Discord server on the Linktree, which is Linktree/sometimes YOU crit, we have links to their site. If you use the code sometimes Y10, you get 10% off your purchase. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Discord, everywhere. All those links are in the show notes. If you want to support our efforts monetarily, join us on Patreon. Membership starts as low as $3 a month, and you'd help us keep on doing what we love. That's all we have tonight. Have a great evening. We're see you next week, and remember, sometimes you crit. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So that's the end for this thing, right? So we can
You want me to end it?
tell people. I don't know. You tell
no
me.
one's listening.
Jana's not here, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, but maybe she'll go back and watch.
oh, she
yeah,
will.
We can go
But
back and.
She's not
I
live.
was
This is
trying
what
to
we
end there at the end, saying you can heal off screen, and you guys kept on talking. I'm like, I want to end. I want to end. I want to end. I want
I'm
to end.
sorry. I'm a little
Yeah, because
single
we don't.
threaded.
Yeah, some of that stuff we don't have to do like on screen.
Okay. But we
yeah.
didn't do it last time off screen, so
Right. But I cannot believe in this episode where I said, "Oh, let's do less talking."
yeah.
That we only went to we went to you know what, we did do 2 rooms. 3
It's gonna be
technically.
a very long adventure.
3 technically, yeah. Yeah.
Now, Jim, this will be 2 different YouTube videos you put up this week?
No, it's just one video. I just send it over there. I'm not cutting it or anything because I do not have the time to cut it. I just go ahead and just send it there from Twitch.
All right.
Yeah,
All
there's, as we mentioned, we don't have production value on the YouTube dumps.
Yeah, I'm just dumping them out of there. It's because it's ours.
Do you want me to stop showing this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so we can end the show. Good night,
That's
folks.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.